J-E-L-L-O. The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra. And now we bring you a man who stands for good, wholesome entertainment, who stands for bright, sparkling humor. In fact, a man who stands for almost anything, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Hello again. This is Standing Jack Benny talking. Listen, Don, I may be easygoing and all that, but there's a limit to just how much I will stand. I think you found that out the past few weeks.
But I've never really seen you blow up, Jack.
Well, that's because I managed to keep myself under control. But if I ever lose my temper, well, I just hope I'm not around when it happens.
Oh, Jack, you haven't such a temper. Why, I've heard you argue with Phil Harris, and you've been as gentle as a lamb.
Yes, Don, but you'll never know the battle that goes on inside of me. How I have to fight to hold myself back.
Well, that's generally a nice, safe quarrel.
Yes.
Jack, I don't want to interfere, but I do think that since Christmas is so near that you and Phil ought to make up.
No, Don. The wound is too deep. You see, you only know me on the surface, but there are really two Jack Bennys. There's the patient, amiable, fun-loving fellow you see around the studio. And then there's that other me. Stark, savage, primitive. A throwback to the Stone Age. I tell you, Don, 1 minute I'm as meek as a mouse, and then all of a sudden I'm Vesuvius erupting.
My.
Well, anyway, I'm through coddling people around here, and that goes for Phil Harris or anybody else. You know, you can go just so far, and then the worm turns.
You're right, Jack.
I'll say I am.
Hello, Worm.
Well, I haven't turned yet. You better watch your step, too, Mary. What I just said about Phil goes for everybody on this program.
I'm not worried about you. I've got my own troubles. You know, I just had an awful fight with myself.
You did?
You may not know it, Jack, but there are two Mary Livingstons.
Oh, there are.
Yes. There's the quiet, home-loving me, who spends her time in the kitchen.
I see.
And then there's the other me, wild, reckless, with a yen for caviar and cheap jewelry.
Oh, so you've got a dual personality, too.
Have I? I'm a regular Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde.
Well, say, Don, did Phil get here yet?
Oh, yes, Jack. He's right on time tonight.
He must have read my thoughts last week. Believe me, it's good to put your foot down once in a while.
Hello, Mary. Hello, Jack.
Hello, Kenny. Say, what kind of a hello was that?
That was my other self talking.
Hey, Don, look who's got another self.
Oh, yeah? I've got two me's, too.
Oh, you have, huh?
Sure. There's one me that you all know around the studio, good-natured, dumb, and unconscious.
Oh.
And then there's the real me, smart, bright, and witty.
Why don't you bring him around sometime?
Oh, Mary, leave him alone.
That guy don't know enough to come in out of the rain.
He does, too.
Come in where?
Forget it, Kenny. It doesn't rain in California anyway.
It doesn't?
No.
Then what keeps falling out of the sky? Orange juice?
Well, maybe the weather has a dual personality, too. You know, there are two sides to everything and everyone. Don't you think so, Don?
Positively. And now that you brought it up, you know, Jack, you may not believe this, but there are really two Don Wilsons.
Oh, I can see that, Don. But a little dieting will take care of that, you know.
Oh, you're laughing at my expanse.
No, I'm serious.
But all kidding aside, I too have another self.
Why, Don, you frightened me. Quit, Playboy. Don, go back to your other. That was You Can Tell She Comes from Dixie, conducted by Phil Harris, who also has a dual personality. By that I mean he's a two-timer. You know, during every number, he waves one hand at the orchestra and the other at the girls in the audience. And it's got to stop.
All right, I'll quit waving at the orchestra.
Well, at least that'll help the music. Or you've even poisoned the boys in the band against me.
I have not.
You haven't, then why don't they laugh at my jokes?
Why don't you say something funny?
I don't want to establish a precedent around here, that's why.
That's awfully good. Laugh at him, boys.
Well, at least they were together. That's more than I can say about their music. Zowie!
What happened?
Jack thought he said something funny.
It's a fine bunch I'm associated with.
What's the matter with you, Jack? Every year you pick a fight with us.
Well, what about it?
Last year it was just before Christmas, too.
Well, I like to do my Christmas scrapping early.
Jack, why don't you consider my suggestion and make up with Phil? How about it, Phil?
Well, I'm willing if that horseless cowboy is.
Yeah? Well, I'm not a horseless cowboy.
No, you're a brainless master of ceremonies.
Oh, yeah? That means fight in my country. I wish we were there.
Gee, a little geography saves Jack a lot of trouble.
Yeah. There'd be a lot of trouble right now if it wasn't that Kenny has to sing his songs.
I can wait, Jack.
You'll sing when you're supposed to, not when you're ready.
Oh, this thing's getting worse and worse. Come on, Jack. Now make up with Phil. What do you say?
No, Don. I realize this is the time of year when we must forgive and forget. But even this holiday spirit cannot erase the scar that has been etched into my heart.
Oh, Jack, you're making a scar out of a molehill.
No, I'm not. Did you ever hear that famous poem by Ludwig Schmutz?
Changed authors
That
tonight.
poem called Bear It With a Grin? No. Well, it goes something like this. When your soul is torn asunder by some fellow's thoughtless blunder, and you're troubled deep down under, bear it with a grin. When he makes your life so dreary, and your eyes with tears are bleary, and you're oh so gosh darn weary, ha ha, bear it with a grin.
Manny.
So if your false friend should forsake you, and a fool he tries to make you, point at him and say, you snake you, and...
Say it with a groan.
Thank you. Well, I guess you know how I feel about it now, Don. Sing, Kenny.
And my poems are supposed to be bad.
That was Summer Night, sung by Kenny Baker. And tonight it seemed to have an extra touch of tenderness. But there's one thing that puzzles me, Kenny. How can you say so many dumb things and yet sing so sweetly?
Well, I don't have to think when I sing.
Oh. See,
I'll bet he's got a record in his mouth.
I doubt it.
Oh, Jack.
Yes, Don.
I don't want to interrupt the program, but I may not get to see you again until after Christmas.
That's right.
Well, come to the point, Jack. Mary, Kenny, and I got together and bought you a little Christmas present, which I hope you'll like.
Well, thanks, Don. And Mary. You too, Kenny.
Oh, you're welcome.
welcome.
Here you are, Jack.
Gee, I imagine it's something awfully nice. Well. Gee, this is a surprise. A gold button hook.
Uh-huh.
Say, that'll come in handy. Of course, I haven't worn button shoes in a long time, but if they ever come back, boy, I'll be all set.
Well, I'm glad you like it, Jack.
It's a beautiful button hook. And gold, too.
Yeah, and there's a toothpick on one end.
Oh, there sure is. Well,
If Keith ever come back, you'll be all set.
well, thanks, kids. I sure appreciate this. Gee, you must have gone back 20 years to get it.
Oh, it wasn't any trouble, Jack.
No, I imagine it wasn't. Now, gather around, everybody. It's my turn to play Santa Claus. I got a little surprise for most all of you. Here's a little gift for you, Kenny. A beautiful red silk necktie.
Oh, thanks, Jack.
Isn't it pretty?
Gee. You know, this looks like the same tie I gave you last year.
Well, it isn't. It's different.
Yeah, it's got spots on it now.
Quiet. He can have it cleaned. And, Don, here's a present for you. It's something I know you'll love.
What is it?
A box of genuine Jell-O.
Oh, goody!
Yeah, I knew
You
he'd
know,
love it.
my wife's going to give me a sliced pineapple for Christmas, and they'll go swell together.
Oh, they sure will.
Oh, Jack,
What?
where's the present I'm going to exchange?
Here, and don't be funny. chain.
What is it?
What is it? Can't you see? It's an earring.
An earring?
Yeah.
One earring? Where's the other one?
Well, there'll be other Christmases, won't there?
This is a fine present. Now I'll be lopsided.
Yeah. Put it on, Mary. That's a style now anyway. One earring.
Jack, didn't you forget somebody?
Not anybody that didn't forget me. But to show you the difference in characters, come here, Mary. Here's a present for him. You give it to him.
Okay. Here, Phil. Jack told me to give you this Christmas present.
What is it? It's a curling iron.
A curling iron?
Yes.
Thanks, only my hair is naturally curly.
Well, if it ever straightens out, you'll be all set. And incidentally, it's time for your next number, so stop grinning at the girls in the audience and play.
All right, Simon.
Yeah, now wait a minute. I may be exacting, but I'm no Simon Legree.
I meant Simple Simon.
Oh. Now I'm stumped. Well, go ahead and play a number, smarty pants. Say, Mary, how do you like that earring I gave you?
Fine. My ear's turning green already.
Some Christmas spirit around here.
Some present, too.
Yeah. That was Mutiny in the Brass Section, played by Curly Harris, the kink of jazz. And incidentally, folks, not that I care, but evidently Mr. Harris has never heard that it's better to give than to receive. Imagine a guy not reciprocating after you've given him a swell curling iron.
Well, it isn't even electric.
I suppose you like Benjamin Franklin to autograph it. What a guy. And now, folks, this being our last program before Christmas.
That's me, Brooksy.
Oh, well, come in.
Hello, Dick Barney.
Hello, Patsy. Hey, it's good to see you again. How'd you happen to drop in?
Well, it's the holiday season, and I'm bringing Yuletime greetings.
Well, thanks. What are you doing these days, Patsy?
Can you read Hengel?
Of course I can read English.
Then here's my card.
Patsy Flick. Suits, clothes, and Merry Christmas. So you're in the clothing business now, huh?
Yes, sir. And Jix, to start a ball rolling, I brought you a Christmas present.
Well, that's very nice of you, Patsy, but you didn't have to do it.
Don't mention it, cutie. I'm sentimental.
Oh, look at this, a brand new suit. Is it really a present for me?
It's not from Arlene Dietrich.
Well, it sure is a nice gesture. Hey, wait a minute. There's only the pants and vest here. Where's the coat?
That'll cost you $75.
I see. Well, I don't need a new suit.
You don't need a suit. Look at that coat you're wearing.
What's wrong with it?
Potatoes I wouldn't put in that bag.
Oh, you wouldn't, eh?
And look at the cheap material. You call this a pocket? See?
Hey, wait a minute.
Hold on there. What are you doing to Jack?
Don't interrupt the sale.
Say, you got a lot of nerve.
And look at this sleeve. Now, is that a coat, I ask you?
Not now, it isn't. No.
And look at those pants.
Shall I leave the room, Jack?
No, this is going far enough. Here, take back your pants and vest and get out of here.
Well, that Chisler. You give a guy a present and he don't even reciprocate.
Well, goodbye and Happy New Year.
Who needs it? Hey!
Look at my coat all ripped and torn. I got a date with a doll right after the program. Now, what are you laughing at?
If it's a rag doll, you're all set.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, this being our last program before Christmas, tonight we are going... What's that?
Hello, Buck.
Well, Sheriff Andy Devine. Glad to see you, Andy.
Oh, glad to see you too, Buck.
What brings you here tonight?
Well, ain't you and me going out looking for Cactus Face Elmer, the outlaw?
Doggone it, Andy. We got to arguing and talking up here tonight and giving out presents. I'm afraid we won't be able to do Buck Benny Rides again until next Sunday.
Oh, shucks. And I'm all dressed up in my cowboy suit.
Well, Don't take it so hard. Come over next Sunday and you can play with us. Sorry you had to make this long trip, Andy.
Well, I didn't mind coming over. I'm kind of stuck on Mary, you know.
Stop blushing, Andy.
I ain't blushing. I'm boiling.
Well, Andy, I'm sorry about Buck Benny. I really am.
Well, and I'm sure disappointed, too.
I know how you feel.
Well, doggone it. But you know, Buck, that reminds me of a poem by Ludwig Schmutz.
Good old Schmutzy. Yeah, good old Schmutzy. By Ludwig, huh?
Yes, sir, and it goes something like this. When you're just a buckaroo and Buck Benny you cannot do, don't feel bad and don't feel blue. Just bear it with a grin.
Ah, those are real sentiments, Andy. Ludwig sure went to town on that one, huh?
Well, so long, Buck. See you next week.
So long, Andy.
So long.
He sure has a lot of fun, doesn't he, huh? Well, I got to run along now, fellas. The program is nearly over anyway. I don't think you need me here any longer tonight, and besides, I've got a date, so I'm going to go. Goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye, Jack, and a Merry Christmas.
Same to you. So long, Don. Goodbye, Kenny.
Merry Christmas, Jack.
Same to you. Well, so long.
Hey, Jack,
Yeah,
Merry Christmas to you.
same to you, Phil. Goodbye.
Wait a minute, Jack. I want to talk to you.
Well, hurry up. I've got a date.
Listen, Jack, I think we've both been acting like a couple of kids. But I want to tell you one thing, and it comes right from my heart. I've been with you 12 weeks now, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
You wouldn't know it.
Of course, sometimes you've tried to act hard-boiled, but deep down underneath, you're a regular guy.
Oh, I am I? Well, I'm going.
Wait a minute, Jack. Just to show you how I feel about you, here's a little Christmas present.
Thanks.
Well, why don't you open it?
Oh, you open it. It's probably some trick.
Gee, I hope you like it, Jack.
Oh, I already said thanks.
Gee, look, fellas.
Gosh.
Gee whiz.
Oh, Jack, look. Why, it's the most beautiful watch I've ever seen.
I've got a watch.
And look at that platinum case and diamonds all around it.
I thought so. If I wear that, somebody will hold me up and hit me over the head.
Oh, gee, it's beautiful, Phil.
Oh, it
Certainly
sure
is.
Phil.
Oh, Jack, that's really something.
Gee, it is pretty, isn't it? Gee, platinum and diamonds all around it. Gee, thanks, Phil.
You're welcome, Jack.
Oh, boy, that is gorgeous. Huh? Well, Phil, I hardly know what to say now. I feel so... Oh, I don't know.
Oh, forget about it, Jack.
Yeah, I wish I'd have bought you an electric iron now. I think... Boy, I'll bet this must have set you back plenty, huh, Phil?
Well, just don't fire me for about 2 years.
Well, Phil, all I can say is I'm terribly sorry for everything that happened, and see if I can ever do anything for you. And if you ever want to know what time it is, don't hesitate to ask me.
I don't value anything, Jack, as much as I do your friendship.
Gee, I didn't know you felt that way. See, but all I can say is, well, thanks, Phil.
Oh, you're welcome, Jack. Merry Christmas.
Come on, fellas. Come on. Pull yourselves together. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you could all be here to witness this touching display of friendship. In fact, I personally am so moved that I can hardly say that Jell-O is the most tempting gelatin dessert in the world. So just be sure to get the genuine Jell-O with the big red letters on the back.
This is the last number of the 12th program in the new Jell-O series, and we'll be with you again next Sunday night at the same time when you will hear our next installment of Buck Benny Rides Again. Well, fellas, I was going out on a party tonight, but I'd much rather be with a gang. Come on, let's all go out and make whoopee.
Okay,
How about you, Phil?
Thanks, Jack, but I've already got a date tonight.
Oh, bring her along, and if she's got a girlfriend, bring her along for me.
She has, Jack, but her girlfriend isn't very pretty.
Oh, I don't care. Filthy, as long as I'm with you.
And Phil don't care as long as he's with a girl.
Good night, folks, and Merry Christmas.
The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestras. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you that all-around swell guy, a man I'm proud to call my friend, one of the sweetest fellows that I've ever been associated with, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Well, Jell-O again, this is Sugar Benny talking. And Don, tell me, what happened? My goodness, what's come over you?
Oh, nothing, Jack, but after 3 years of working together so harmoniously, I feel that you deserve such a tribute from me.
Oh, I see, Don. It took you 3 years to get that old feeling. Are you sure you had no other reason for that lovely eulogy? I mean, no ulterior motive?
Oh, no, Jack. I've always been very fond of you and regard you as a real pal.
Oh, then the fact that there are only 12 more shopping days till Christmas had nothing to do with it? Huh?
Absolutely not. I like you whether you buy me a gold cigarette case with my monogram on it or not.
Then you weren't hinting or anything?
No, Jack, I swear it on a box of Jell-O.
What flavor?
Raspberry.
I thought so. I knew there was a reason for those sugary sentiments. Oh, hiya, Phil.
Hello, Jack, old boy. Glad to see you, baby.
Baby? He likes me, too. You know, folks, it's funny how the Yuletide season can put wings on a rat. So you're glad to see me, huh?
Yes, Jack, and I never saw you looking better. Boy, you look like $1 million.
Oh, I do, huh? Well, I'm not going to spend any of it, so don't be so complimentary. You and Don have become great fans of mine all of a sudden.
Jack, I always thought you were a great guy and a very talented artist.
Then why didn't you tell me?
What for? You know it.
Oh, that's right.
And furthermore, that compliment I paid you had nothing to do with the Christmas present.
That's a lie.
It is not.
Then take an oath.
All right. May I almost drop dead if I'm lying.
That's fine, Phil. I'm going to nearly give you a present.
Well, practically thanks.
Let me tell you something, Phil. The way you've been acting this past year and your general attitude toward me, I wouldn't spend over 50 cents on a gift for you.
You wouldn't spend over 50 cents on New Year's Eve.
Why, I would, too.
You'd have to get cockeyed first.
Well, a little anesthetic helps. Anyway, I'm too smart to be fooled by you guys, you and your false compliments.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Da-da-dum,
Oh,
da.
hello, Mary.
Hello, honey bunch.
Honey bunch. Well, I suppose I'm a swell guy. You're glad to see me, and I look like $1 million.
You took the words right out of my hint.
Oh, I see. Why don't you ask me for a kiss now? Go ahead. It's near Christmas. You ask me for a kiss, and I'll turn you down so fast it'll make your head swim.
That's more than your kiss would do.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not so bad. How about the other night in the Trocadero when the lights went out?
Was that you?
Yes.
Then I apologize.
Oh, you apologize. Well, you wouldn't any other time. Why is it that you and Phil and Don are always so sweet to me right before Christmas and so nasty the day after?
Look at the present you give us.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Spend a fortune on gifts for this bunch?
No, but you're not supposed to win them on a punch board.
A punch board?
Yes.
Say, if I can pick up a star sapphire for $25, I'm going to do it. Anyway, I like a little action when I spend money. I like to gamble.
You like to gamble.
You know I do. Didn't I try to make a bet with you on the Rose Bowl game?
I'll say you tried.
Well, why didn't you take him up, Phil?
He only wanted California and 87 points.
I did not. Mary was standing right there with me in front of the Brown Derby when I suggested the bet. What did I say, Mary?
I don't know. I was flirting with a sailor.
It's a fine thing, a girl like you standing on the street flirting with a sailor. You didn't even know his name.
I did, too.
What was it?
SS Wyoming.
Oh, well, you must have seen it someplace. Anyway, Phil, if you still want that bet, you can have it.
Go on, I only bet with gamblers.
Oh, I suppose I'm not. Well, around O'Farrell's pool room in Waukegan, I was known as Nick the Greek. Yes, sir.
Is that true, Jack?
Why, Don, I used to bet 10, 15 cents on the turn of a card. And if I lost, ishkabibble. You can't help yourself, Don. I'm a gambler, and it's in my blood.
Some gambler. He plays a slot machine with an axe.
I do, and to hear this gang talk, you think I was a regular miser. I'm not afraid to part with my money.
Then why do you keep a police dog in your pocketbook?
A police dog? Now, that's just trying to be funny, that's all. I'll show you. Now, look, folks, here's my pocketbook. You can see for yourself. Is there a police dog in it? I've been framed! Oh, the low, underhanded trick. Play, Phil. Now, come clean, Mary. Did you have anything to do with this? Very nice, Phil, very nice. That was Dipsy Doodle, played by Phil Harris and his orc.
Orc?
Yes, we've got a long program tonight, Mary, so I'm abbreviating. Anyway, it was very good, Phil. I thought that number was terrific. Really, coloss.
Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that.
That's the idea, Phil. You saved us half a sec there. Didn't he, Mary?
Oh, but death.
Well, Livy, that's co-oping. And now, folks, for our featured attraction of the evening and dramatic highlight, Kenny Baker will walk in late as usual.
I'm not late. I was sitting here all the time.
You were? Then why didn't you speak up?
Because I didn't feel like it, that's why.
What's the matter with you, Kenny? You're still fighting with your girl?
Yes. Darn that love life of mine.
Well, it's interfering with your work, and I won't put up with it. Now what happened?
Oh, I went over to her house last night, and when I got there, I found another fellow sitting on the sofa with her. And she said it was her brother.
Well?
And she was kissing him.
Well, that's no crime. A girl can kiss her brother, can't she?
Not like that.
Well, Kenny, she's got another fella. Maybe your technique is wrong. Don't you ever bring her a present or anything?
Oh, sure. Every time I go to see her, I bring a package of gum. I give her 2 sticks, and I take 2 sticks.
Then what?
We chew like the dickens.
Well, that must be exciting.
I'll bet when the flavor's gone, he goes home.
Yeah. Imagine them sitting there, each chewing 2 sticks of gum. What happens to the extra stick, Kenny?
The other guy gets that.
Well, you're too generous. I'll tell you what you do, Kenny. Why don't you buy her a nice gift for Christmas, you know? Something she can use, like perfume or stockings.
Stockings?
Yeah.
Gee, I'd be ashamed to ask for those.
Oh.
If you're afraid, Kenny, I'll buy 'em for you.
No, I'll buy them. It might be a thrill.
Sure it will, Kenny. You'll get a kick out of it. And now, folks, now that Kenny feels better, he's going to sing one of the, Pardon me, come in.
Special delivery for Jake Benny.
Right here, boy, and my name is Jack.
Glad to know you. Mine's Harry.
Harry, that's a fine name with that bald head of yours.
You should see my chest.
Well, button your shirt and give me that letter.
Here you are. Goodbye.
Who's the letter from, Jack?
Wait a minute, it's from, Hey, Mary, this letter's for you. It came in care of me.
Let's have it. Oh, Jack, it's from my mother.
You haven't opened it yet. How do you know?
She makes her own postage stamps.
Oh. Well, let's hear what the old comedian has to say.
Read it, Mary. I think your mother's a riot.
Yeah, go ahead. We haven't got all night.
Okay. Plainfield, New Jersey, December 10th. My dear daughter, Mary, I haven't written you in some time as I've been busy preparing for the holidays. I received your letter and thanks very much for the check. It would have come in handy, but the landlord grabbed it on the first bounce.
Well,
Right now, we're having a siege of 0 weather here in Plainfield. It has been so cold the last 2 weeks, your father hasn't taken a bath since June.
June, my.
Last Monday was the coldest day of the year. It was so bad we had to milk the cow with an ice pick.
Boy, that is cold.
Your Uncle Julius.
What is it, Mary?
Oh, Dex, this is a scream.
What?
Your Uncle Julius was showing off yesterday.
Well, go on, Mary. Read it.
Your Uncle Julius was showing off yesterday and went outdoors without his earmuffs.
Yes.
So today he's going out without his ears.
Well, it serves him right.
This caused a lot of trouble, as now we have to glue his glasses on.
I bet he looks funny at that, huh?
Your cousin Otto was visiting us over the holidays, and he still walks in his sleep. So for Christmas, we are giving him pajamas with a cane to match.
Oh, well, that was thoughtful, I think.
Tell Jack we bought him a beautiful Christmas present, too.
Well,
We are sending it COD, as Jack always likes to know what things cost.
I hope it's something cheap.
Must close now, so Merry Christmas to you, Don, Phil, Kenny, and Nick the Greek. As usual, your mother.
As usual. Well, that was all right. Mama's still up to par there. No
Oh, say, Jack.
Yes, Don?
It's getting rather late now. What kind of a play are we going to do tonight?
Oh, we won't have time for that, Don. Besides, I've got to get all my Christmas shopping done. I've been putting it off, and today I'm going to do it.
There goes $8.
I wish that was all. Don, announce Kenny's song and give him a good build-up, will you?
Sure, I'll handle it.
Can I go with you, Jack? I got a lot of shopping to do, too.
Okay, come along, Mary. So long, fellas.
Goodbye, everybody.
Are you ready for your song, Kenny?
All set.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Baker, the tenor of the Jell-O Show, will sing Am I in Love from Mr. Dodd Takes the Air, accompanied by Phil Harris and his Jell-O Orchestra, which comes to you through the courtesy of Jell-O. Boy, what a break. Sing it, Kenny. That was Am I in Love, sung by Kenny Baker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you to one of Hollywood's biggest department stores, where we find...
Gee, this store is crowded. Everybody pushing and shoving. Here, give me your hand, Mary.
Let go of me. My name's Kelly.
Oh, pardon me, lady. Mary, where are you?
Over here in men's garters.
Well, take them off and stick to me. Now, let's see. What's first on my list? 4 shirts, 6 handkerchiefs, 3 pair of socks, 2 hand towels. Oh, darn it, this is my laundry list. I sent some stuff out this morning.
I thought you did your own.
I was too busy this week.
Oh.
Anyway, I know what I want. Now, let me see. First, I want to get a little gold-plated keychain for Phil.
Yeah, there's something he doesn't need.
He does, too. He always carries a lot of keys in his pockets.
That guy knows more doors.
Yeah.
Here's the counter right over here.
Oh, yes. Pardon me, sir. I'd like to buy a chain.
Dog, watch, or Daisy?
Look, and I want a keychain, for keys.
How about a nice fountain pen?
I don't want a fountain pen. I want a chain.
How can you write a letter with a chain?
Now, look, young man, I don't want to write a letter.
Oh, you don't, eh?
No.
Guys like you that cause all the trouble in this country.
What trouble? Now, wait a minute. Do you want to sell me a chain or not?
I wouldn't sell you a chain if you were an elk's tooth.
Oh, come on, Mary. Let's go.
Why don't you take the fountain pen, Jack? Phil could lead the orchestra with it.
All right. How much is that fountain pen?
$4.
All right, here you are. Wrap it up, and I haven't got all day.
Okay.
Fresh guy. Hey, what's the idea of wrapping that pen in a blotter?
It leaks a little.
$4 for a leaky pen. I ought to have you fired.
You can't do it.
Why not?
I don't work here.
It's a fine store.
Let's go to the toy department, Jack. I want to get some dolls for a couple of kids I know.
Yeah, I wonder where it is. Wait here, Mary. I'll ask the floor walker. Pardon me, sir. Could you direct me to the toy department?
The toy department, yes. You take the elevator
Where's
and...
the perfume counter, please?
2 aisles to the right, madame, and straight ahead. Now, what was it you wanted?
The toy department.
Oh,
please.
yes, the toy department. You take the elevator...
Excuse me, where do I get Christmas cards?
3rd floor, center aisle.
Thank you.
Now, let's see. You wanted...
The toy department, please.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. You take the elevator...
Oh, floor walker, have you seen my little boy?
Madam, I've seen thousands of little boys.
Well, that's not the one. Goodbye.
Now, look, mister.
Oh, pardon me. You wanted lampshades, didn't you?
No, I wanted toys. The toy department.
Oh, of course. Now, you take the elevator.
I've taken it 3 times already. My goodness.
Well, don't get huffy about it.
I'm not getting huffy, and I don't want any back talk. Got a good mind to report you. What's your name?
Woo-Woo Smith.
Oh.
Hey, Jack, I found out where it is. It's on the 4th floor.
Okay, Mary, let's take the elevator. You now stay close to me.
Oh, Jack, look. There's
What?
Kenny over by the ladies' hosiery counter.
Oh, he finally did it. Where? Oh, yeah.
Look at him blushing.
Let's sneak over, huh?
Now, young man, for the 10th time, what do you want?
Well, Oh, you laugh.
Oh, come on now, please. I'm very busy.
All right, I want a pair of stockings.
What kind?
For legs.
Oh, hello, Kenny.
Oh, hello, Jack. Boy, what I've just gone through.
Well, come along with us. We're going up to the toy department. You can get the stockings later.
Okay.
Here's the elevator, Jack.
Yeah.
Going up. Watch your step, please.
Let's get in quick. It's awfully crowded here.
Hey, you stop pushing.
I'm not pushing, lady. I'm just trying to get in the elevator.
Well, you don't have to get rough about it, you communist.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's all you can expect from a guy that drives a Maxwell.
I'll ignore that. Oh, Kenny. Kenny. Hey, Mary, we lost Kenny.
We did not. I'm standing on him.
Standing on him.
Yeah.
Going up. Hang on to your hats.
Darn store I have.
2nd floor. Flat iron, sofa pillows, submarines, aspirin tablets, and horseradish. Going up.
Say, boy, this elevator's awfully crowded, isn't
You
it?
should see it on bank night.
It sure is packed.
Breathe in, Jack, so I can breathe out.
Quiet.
3rd floor. Stuffed furniture, stuffed owls, stuffed celery, and stuff.
Stuff?
Next stop, Albuquerque.
What is this, a train?
I think so. I got a cinder in my eye.
That's my heel.
4th floor. Darning needles, knitting needles, hypodermic needles, and Needles, California.
Aren't the toys on this floor?
There must be. This is the end of the line.
Come on, Mary and Kenny.
Going down, all aboard.
Mary, get away from those tracks. Now, let's see. Where are the toys?
There's the floor walker. Ask him.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, sir. Where's the doll department?
The doll department?
Yes.
You won't tell anybody, will you?
No. You can trust me.
The 3rd aisle to the left, center section. Look for the lady in black.
Gee, everybody's nuts around here. I know.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. We're looking for something in dolls.
Oh, we have a lovely assortment. Now, here's an original Shirley Temple doll. Oh, gee, that's cute, Jack. When you lay it down, here's what happens.
Oh, isn't that marvelous?
Oh, she says the same thing every time.
What do you want from a doll? The Gettysburg Address? That isn't what I want anyway.
Look, Jack, here's a nice one. Popeye the Sailor.
That's Popeye. Popeye.
If you're looking for a novelty, here's something brand new this year. An Andy Devine doll.
An Andy Devine doll? Gee, Mary, it does look like Andy. Curly hair, big smile.
Baggy pants and everything.
Yeah. How does it work, miss?
Well, you wind it up like this and he talks. Listen.
Hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck.
Oh, isn't he cute, Mary?
Oh, he's
Hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck.
Oh, it's all run down. Wind it up again, Mary.
Woo-hoo, that tickles.
Hey, Kenny, have you seen this doll? It talks.
It does?
Yeah.
Hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck. Hiya, Buck.
Hello, Andy.
Hiya, Kenny, hiya, Kenny, hiya, Kenny, hiya, Kenny, blah.
Well, that's the most marvelous thing I've ever seen. I'll take this one, miss.
Oh, Jack, look at Santa Claus over there sitting in that sleigh.
She's all dressed up in red.
Let's go over and see him. He looks so fat and jolly. Come on, we'll talk to him, huh?
Oh, this ought to be fun.
Gee, I'm scared.
Funny, I feel just like a kid again.
Go ahead, talk to him, Jack.
Oh, I don't want. He might ask me if I've been a good boy.
Oh, go on, Jack.
All right. Hello, Sandy Claus.
Hello,
Hello, stranger.
Hey, Schlepperman.
Quiet, I'm Kris Kringle now.
Well, tell me, Slep, how do you happen to be Sandy Claus?
I don't know. I came in here to buy a suit, and they sold me a red one.
Well, Slep, it is kind of loud there.
I feel like a stoplight. Well, Mary, tell Santa Claus. What do you want for Christmas, eh?
Can you put a mink coat in my stocking?
Why, certainly.
Boy, you are Santa Claus.
So am I, and you know it. Kenny, tell Santa Claus what you want.
Oh, I'm too big for that stuff.
Ah, speak up, Kenny boy. What would you like to find in your stockings Christmas morning?
Me, my feet are cold.
Oh, you're too practical there.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Hello, little boy.
Look, Santa Claus is my papa.
He is?
Sure. Hey, Santa Claus, ain't you my papa?
Go home, Pincus. You're spoiling the illusion.
So that's your little boy. Well, tell me, Slep, what does your wife think of you being Santa Claus?
My, Jackie, she's overdoing it. Every night when I come home for supper, she feeds me reindeer.
Reindeer for supper, how do you like it?
Fine, but the horns give me indigestion.
Well, we got to be running along. Say goodbye to Santa Claus.
Goodbye, Sandy.
Goodbye, kiddies.
Hey, Slep, when am I going to see you again?
Well, I'll tell you, Jack. I'll be coming down your chimney when I come. I'll be coming down your chimney when I come.
You'll be coming down my chimney.
He'll be coming down your chimney.
I'll be coming down when smoke gets in my eyes.
He'll be coming down the chimney when he...
Can't you hear me calling when the snow is gently falling?
He'll be coming down the chimney when he...
I would like a cup of tea with a banjo on my knee.
He'll be coming down the chimney. He'll be coming down the chimney.
I'll be coming down the chimney when I... Chimney, 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 chimney. Figaro, 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 Figaro! Ha, 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 ha,
Well, we'll be waiting, Santa Claus. Let's go home, kiddies. We're a little late, so good night, folks.
The Jell-O program, coming to you from Radio City, New York, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, and yours truly, Don Wilson. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you a man who came to New York in the middle of winter without an overcoat and still hasn't bought one, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny, the holdout, talking. And, Don, I wish you'd stop harping about an overcoat. I told you last week I don't need one.
I know, Jack, but it's dangerous to walk the streets this kind of weather without a coat. After all, this is winter.
Don, believe me, cold weather doesn't bother me. I'm just naturally rugged. Well, I was the first fellow in Waukegan to ever get a haircut in the middle of December. I can take it.
Well, that may be so, Jack, but I still think that you're not dressed warm enough.
Why, Don, it hasn't been so cold this week. As a matter of fact, it's been raining most of the time.
Then why don't you buy a raincoat?
Listen, Don, are you selling clothing or Jell-O?
Jell-O.
Then stick to it, or I'll fatten up Graham McNamee for your job. Now, let's drop it.
Well, I think Don's right, Jack. You look silly walking down the street dressed the way you are.
Oh, I do, huh?
Yeah, why, for $60 you can get a beautiful overcoat with patch...
Notice it? Well, look at them now. Look at those three violinists in the front row. You'd think Congress had just passed a law against borscht. You know, Don, I can't understand why Phil had a... Oh, now they laugh. Good. The reason they're laughing now, borscht is the first word they understood. You know, Don, I can't understand why Phil had to pick out an orchestra that works for Fred Allen.
Now, wait a minute, Jack. Maybe they're worried about something. Maybe they're serious musicians.
Serious? Last Wednesday night, all Allen said was, "Hello, Porty," and those guys went into hysterics.
Well, maybe they jumped their cue.
You nearly jumped yours.
Yes.
That's probably what happened. Now, I don't mind Alan telling him when to laugh and applaud. But when he throws lighted matches around to get them to stamp their feet, that's going too far. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Applecart. What upset you now?
Oh, it's that smart aleck orchestra Phil had to ring in on me. I wish you'd just ignore him, Mary. You haven't been out with any of the boys in this band, have you?
Only the brass section.
Oh.
I like fellas with derbies.
Oh, good. Well, stay away from the woodwinds. But by the way, Mary, I thought you were going to meet me the other night for dinner and go to a show afterwards.
Jack, I've told you 1,000 times I'm not going out with you until you buy an overcoat.
Oh, you're as bad as Don. I told you I don't need an overcoat. This blue suit keeps me plenty warm.
It ought to. You got your gray one under it.
Oh, was that darn thing showing again? Anyway, you missed a wonderful treat. I saw that new Olson and Johnson review.
Oh, if they got a show here, what's the name of it?
It's called Hex-a-Poppin'.
Hex-a-poppin'?
Yeah.
Not the night I saw it.
Go away, Phil. Just say, Mary, you missed a grand evening's entertainment.
Well, to tell you the truth, Jack, I went over to visit my folks in Plainfield that night. They're having trouble with the landlord again.
Hey, that's been going on for years. Mary, your father's working. Why doesn't he pay the rent?
Oh, he says everything belongs to the Indians anyway.
Well, the least he could do is give the landlord a string of beads. The only thing I can't understand, Mary, is how your family keep from being thrown out.
Thrown out? My folks move so often, Mama wears a gypsy costume.
Oh. Well, I guess some people are just naturally restless.
Yeah, we even had to change our dog's name from Fido to Rover.
Nice family.
Say, Jack.
What?
I just got a letter from Mama that'll positively kill you.
Well, it's about time. What's the Noel Coward of Plainfield got to say?
Here it is. Oh, this is a riot.
Well, never mind the build-up. Just read it.
Okay. My darling daughter, Mary, just a line to let you know how happy your visit made us, and to tell you that you left a pair of gloves here on the piano.
That was careless.
They fit me fine, but I will send them to you immediately, if that's the way you feel about it. Anyway, it's lucky you left when you did. I think your sister Lulu has the mumps, as she was blowing up a balloon yesterday, and when she stopped, her cheeks wouldn't go down.
Oh, that's too bad.
Right now, she looks like a tuba player getting ready for a high note.
Say, it's a good thing you got away from there.
By the way, Mary, your grandfather is at it again. He may be old, but he certainly follows the latest style.
I remember the old geezer.
This morning, when he came into breakfast, he was wearing his beard up.
He was. Say, with his beard up over his face, he must have trouble eating.
Mama's coming to that. We had chicken soup for lunch today, and you should have seen your grandfather looking for a noodle in the haystack.
The old gal's cooking tonight. Any other bulletins?
No other news, except your cousin Otto is in trouble with the police again.
Now what?
They caught him on a ladder the other night, and he wasn't eloping.
That's right. You can't take silverware to Niagara Falls.
That's all for now. Give my love to the gang, and hope to see you before you leave. Your devoted mother, Gypsy Rose Livingston.
Wow.
P.S. It's only 2 weeks to Christmas, so give my love to Jack, too.
Well, that's very sweet of her. What a racketeer. Now, let's get on with the program. Oh, Kenny. Hey, where's Kenny? He's supposed to sing right now.
I don't know.
Oh, I remember. Kenny borrowed $10 from me and said he was going out to see the World's Fair.
The World's Fair? That doesn't open until spring.
He'll wait.
Darn that kid. Well, if we can't have a song, I'll have to play a violin solo.
A violin solo?
Get back in your seats, men.
That's what I say. Hand me a violin, Phil.
Now, wait a minute, Jack. Can't we talk this over?
I know what I'm doing, Phil. Let go of me. Hey, boys, do you know At Long Last Love?
No.
How about My Reverie?
No.
Fine orchestra. Hey, piano player.
Yeah?
Do you know when it's tulip time in Holland?
I think it's in April, isn't it?
Oh, never mind. They'd probably ruin it for me anyway. Well, as long as we have to do without Kenny, play something, Phil. We got to get going here. Hold it a minute. Come in.
Mr. Benny?
Yes?
I'm awfully sorry you're not going to play a violin solo tonight.
You are? Well, so am I.
But who are we, the people?
Get out of here. Be glad when the beaver season opens. I'd like to bag him. Play. Pocket Full of Dreams, played by the orchestra with a vocal refrain by Phil Martinelli. And now I know why you didn't want me to play my violin, Phil. It was just so you could do a number yourself, you big ham.
Well, what if I did? Don't be so jealous.
I'm not jealous. If I couldn't sing better than that, I wouldn't even attempt it. Me jealous. Why should I be? I got more money in the bank than you have. Haven't I, Mary?
You've got more money in your sock than he has in the bank.
Mary, if you're referring to that bulge above my shoe, I was getting out of the bathtub this morning and I sprained my ankle.
Well, you've got Lincoln's picture on the bandage.
All right, Mary. Anyway, that's what happened.
Bathtub? What were you doing in the bathtub?
I was sailing a boat. What was I doing in the bathtub? What do you think I was doing? Diving for pearls? Or my laundry?
That could happen.
Now, wait a minute, Mary, I shouldn't even discuss it, but I don't do my own laundry.
Well, someone should.
All right, just keep it up, fellas. Just keep it up. So, when I do my Christmas shopping, I'll remember every word that was said here. And to prove my faith in you, I'm going to let you handle the show from now on.
Where are you going, Jack?
Well, I've still got a lot of Christmas shopping to do, and I thought I'd finish it up today. You can handle things around here, can't you, Don?
Oh, sure, Jack. Go right ahead.
Can I go with you, Jack?
Yeah, because if I leave you here, you're liable to say something about me.
All right, I'll go with you and say it.
Hey there. Easy. Come on, Don. I'll see you. We're going ahead. I'll see you later. Wait a minute. I'll take it. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
Oh, well, it's about time. We've been in town 10 days, and it's the first I've heard from you. Where are you?
I'm up here in Harlem enjoying a little Southern hospitality.
Oh, well, you know, Rochester, even though we're in New York, you still have work to do.
I thought this was a pleasure trip.
Pleasure trip? I've had to unpack my own bags, answer the phone, and do everything myself. You expect to get paid this week, don't you?
Definitely.
I thought so. What have you been doing?
Well, last Wednesday night, some friends of mine threw a big banquet in my honor.
Oh, did you have a good time?
I don't know. It ain't over yet.
It ain't over yet? Well, for heaven's sake, how long is this party going to last?
Until somebody with a blue coat knocks on the door with an axe.
Well, I don't mind you having a good time, Rochester, but in case things get dull there, I wish you'd drop around and press some pans for me.
Okay, boss, I'll be there tomorrow.
Fine. Oh, incidentally, when I unpacked my bags the other day, I couldn't find my full-dress suit.
You couldn't? My.
I'm not asking for sympathy, Rochester. Where is my full-dress suit?
You mean the one you look so good in?
Stop flattering me. Rochester, where is my full-dress suit?
Why don't you wear your tuxedo?
Now, Rochester, for the last time, where is my full-dress suit?
Well, I'll be doggone. I got it on.
I thought so. Of all the brazen, unmitigated nerve, how dare you put on any of my wardrobe? How dare you?
Are you disappointed in me, boss?
Disappointed? Now, listen to me, Rochester.
Yes, sir?
I want you to be at my hotel at 8 o'clock sharp tomorrow morning.
Shall I come formal?
Yes, bring the suit. Goodbye.
So long, boss.
Well, that's positively the last word in nerve. Play, Phil. I got to go out and do some shopping. Come on. Gee, this store is crowded, isn't it, Mary?
Yeah, getting through this mob is like playing Notre Dame.
Yeah, everybody's shoving and pushing. Ooh, ooh! Madam, will you please watch your umbrella? You better stick close to me, Mary, and don't get lost. And take your hand out of my pocket.
Not my hand.
Then whose is it? Well, for goodness... Hey, buddy, what are you doing with your hand in my pocket?
I don't know. I guess I'm an optimist.
Let's get away from here, Mary. Now, let's see. Here's my Christmas list. An electric razor for Don, a necktie for Kenny, a chorus girl for Phil, and,
What are you going to get for me, Jack?
I'm not going to tell you, Mary. It's a surprise. It's something between a Rolls Royce and a compact.
I'll bet the last will be first.
Oh, I don't know about that. Remember last Christmas I gave you that lovely bottle of perfume?
Fine perfume. I put some on my handkerchief and had to bury it.
No, it wasn't that bad. Incidentally, I have to buy some. I wish you'd help me pick it out.
Okay, here's the counter, Jack.
Oh, yes. Pardon me, miss. I'd like to get a bottle of perfume.
Yes, sir. Now, here's something new this season that's very popular.
Well, what an attractive bottle, isn't it, Mary?
Yeah.
What's the name of that, miss?
It's called Springtime in the Bronx.
Oh, yes, it's lovely that time of year with the bagels all in bloom. But, miss, look, I'd like something a little more exotic. Something, shall we say, ooh-la-la?
Oui, oui.
Well.
Now, here's a perfume that's all the rage in Paris. It's called Toujours l'amour voulez-vous.
Well, toujours l'amour voulez-vous. What does that mean, Mary?
Love, your magic smell is everywhere.
Well, it sounds much better in French. How much is that, miss?
$10 an ounce or $4,000 a gallon.
Well, I'm afraid that's a little steep. Let's see. What else have you got?
Now, here's something very nice. It sells for $3.50 a bottle.
Say, that's quite a bargain. Who makes that?
Haig and Haig.
Oh, I'm afraid that won't do either. Oh, gosh, I don't know. Gee, miss, I don't know what kind of perfume to buy.
Why don't you just run some violets through a wringer and make it yourself?
Well, of all the impertinence. Come on, Mary, I've got a good mind to report her.
Well, it's not her fault, Jack. She's busy.
Busy?
Yes, when you spend that much time with a girl, you either have to buy something or marry her.
Oh. Well, come on, I got to get some neckties for Kenny. And stick close to me, Mary. You'll get lost in this crowd.
Hey, Jack, there's that fellow again.
Where? Ouch! Buddy, will you please keep your hand out of my pocket?
I'm sorry.
Sorry? You're the clumsiest pickpocket I've ever met.
Well, I'm young yet.
And stay away from me until you loin something. Now, let's see. Where's the necktie counter?
There's a floor walker, Jack. Ask him.
Oh, yes. Pardon me, mister.
Good afternoon. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for ties. Where can I get a good dollar necktie?
I'm afraid you better ask somebody else.
Why?
I work here. I'm prejudiced.
Nevertheless, I'd like to find the necktie department. Where is it?
Neckties. Now, let's see. That wouldn't come under crockery, would it?
No, it comes under chin, if I remember. Now, look, mister, I haven't got all day. Where can I buy a tie?
Well, you don't have to get huffy about it.
I'm not huffy. You big dope.
Oh, go back to Hollywood and squeeze an orange.
Now, look here, you.
Hey, Jack, there's the necktie department right in back of you.
Oh, that's right. Fine floor walker. He's a disgrace to his carnation. Fine floor walker. He's a disgrace to his carnation. Oh, here we are. Well, there's quite a selection here.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
I'd like to buy some ties.
Four-in-hand, bow, or railroad?
Look, I want a necktie, a regular necktie.
I'm glad to hear that. The one you're wearing is awful.
Well, it is a little wrinkled.
Now, here's a very snappy tie, mister, with an American flag on it.
Oh, yes.
Take it, Jack. It'll go good with your white shirt with the stars on it.
Yeah, that's right. It is unusual. How much is this tie with the flag on it?
$62.50.
$62.50?
Yes, Betsy Ross made it.
For heaven's sake, what is this, a store or a museum?
I don't know. I always come in the back door.
Well, that settles it. I'm getting out of this joint.
Wait a minute, Jack. As long as you're here, why don't you buy an overcoat?
I told you before, I don't need one.
You do, too.
I do not, and take your hand out of my pocket. And come in quicker.
Good heavens, you're getting monotonous.
All right. Come on, Mary. I'll buy that overcoat just so you'll keep still. Where's that silly floor walker again?
There he is, right over there.
Oh, yeah. Say, mister, I hate to go through this again, but can you tell me where the overcoat department is?
I'm not speaking to you.
Well, I'm not going to make up with you either. Come on, Mary. I'll find the overcoats myself.
You better carry some of these bundles, honey.
I'm loaded now.
Rochester.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny. You shopping, too?
Yeah, I thought you were up at Harlem at a banquet.
I was, but I ran into some money with a pair of dice, so my girlfriend brought me down here to liquidate.
Oh, I see.
Boss, I'd like you to meet Miss Lucille. What is your last name, honey?
Garbo.
Oh, Lucille Garbo. How do you do?
Glad to know you, Mr. Benny. Rochester's been telling me about that big oil well you two own.
Oil well? What oil well?
Come on, honey, let's go.
Rochester!
See you later, boss.
Oil well? Wait till I see him tomorrow.
Oh, Jack, I found the overcoat department. I've got one all picked out for you.
Look, I'll pick out my own. Where is it?
Come on, I'll show you.
Now, Mary, while I'm buying my coat, you can run along. You don't have to stay.
I wouldn't miss this for $1 million.
All right, but I don't want any remarks.
Here's the salesman. Isn't he cute?
Oh, so that's it, huh?
How do you do, sir?
How do you do? I'm Jack Benny, and I'd like to buy an overcoat.
I see. Oh, Joe.
Yeah?
Come over here. I'm going to need help on this.
Okay, Mr. Peters.
Now, what have you got in mind, Mr. Benny?
Well, I'd like to get...
Now, here's a very popular model. All wool, double-breasted, and wears like iron.
Well, it's nice, yeah, but I'd
Just
rather...
try it on. I'm sure you'll like it.
Look, I don't care for the color.
Try it on anyway. Hold him, Joe.
I got him.
Now, wait a minute.
There you are, Mr. Benny, a perfect fit.
A perfect fit?
Absolutely. Now, do you want the sleeves lengthened, or are you going to wear gloves?
Now, look, mister, I don't like this coat at all. In the first place, it's too long. Look, when I move, it drags on the floor.
Not if you walk on your toes.
Well, that's about the silliest thing I've ever heard.
It looks marvelous on you.
Marvelous? I've been in shower curtains that fit better than this. Now, look here. I don't like this model at all. Take it off.
All right.
I don't like the weight, and I don't like the color.
But it's only $29.50.
Put it back on, fellas.
Now, wait a minute, Mary. I don't want this coat at any price.
Oh, you don't, huh? Well, try it on again. This coat will grow on you.
Grow? I could raise pigeons in it now. Now, look, Mr. Brown, I don't
Now,
want...
just slip it on again.
Look, but I don't like
I
this...
got him, Mr. Peters.
Hey, what's the matter with you guys anyway?
There you are. Now, how do you like it?
I don't like it. Look at this coat. There aren't even buttons on it.
Of course not. This is the new zipper model. Look. There you are.
Mary, let's get out of here. These fellas are maniacs. What are you laughing at?
You look like a guy speaking out of a sack of potatoes.
Well, I've just had about enough of this. I'm going home. Unzipper me.
Okay, here we go again.
Come on, Mary, let's go.
All right, Jack.
Oh, no, you don't. Grab him, Joe.
I got him. Out of my way. You out of my way.
All right, Joe, let him have it.
Ha-ha, you missed me. What a sore loser.
Oh, Jack, he shot me right through my new hat.
Well, no wonder. It looks like a wild duck. Good heavens, what a night. This is the last number of the 12th program in the new Jell-O series. And we'll be with you again next Sunday at the same time, broadcasting from Hollywood, California. And, folks, I want you all to know that I was only kidding before. I really have an overcoat, haven't I, Mary?
Yes, but the elbows are out.
Of course, that's why I didn't wear it. Good night, folks.
The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Kenny Baker, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this being Christmas Day, we look in on Jack Benny's home in Beverly Hills, where he is holding open house for all his friends. Take it away!
Jingle bells, jingle around the table. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a rumble seat with Gable. Jingle bells, dum da dum.
Mary, I wish you wouldn't jingle this ladder. I'm liable to fall off.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack.
And hand me the rest of those ornaments. I want to get this tree decorated before the gang gets here.
This is a fine time to be trimming a Christmas tree. It should have been done a week ago.
Well, I wanted to look around and get a real good one.
I never saw such a droopy tree. It looks like Zazu Pitts in a green dress.
Mary, all this tree needs is a few decorations. Now, hand me up those candy canes.
Here you are.
And hold the ladder. Hey, I had 12 of these candy canes. Now there's only 11. Where's the other one?
Don't look at me.
I'm not looking at you. I'm asking you.
All right, I ate it. Here's 10 cents.
Smarty, I bet you'd be surprised if I took it.
I wouldn't be surprised if you sued me.
Mary, I want to get this finished. Hey, Rochester.
Yes, boss?
Where's that big glass star I told you to pack away last Christmas?
You mean that shiny one with the 3 points on it?
That star has 5 points.
Well, it went down 2 points since last
year. All right, bring it anyway. Mary, hand me some of that silver tinsel there.
Here you are. Say, Jack, are your socks dry yet?
Yeah.
Well, take them off the tree. People will be here soon.
Okay. Now, hang on to the ladder, Mary. I want to fix these top branches here. Hold tight now. Well, I'll be darned.
What's the matter, Jack?
There's a little squirrel up here on the top. Hello, squirrel.
Hello, Nut.
Get away from me. Shoot. Mary, hand me that Cupid doll I won at Ocean Park. I'll hang that on the treetop there.
Oh, Jack, that looks so corny. Why don't you get rid of it?
Listen, Mary, I threw over 100 baseballs to win this doll, and I'm going to keep it.
That's right. Say, how much tinfoil have you got saved up by now?
About 3 tons. Oh, shut up. Hand me a couple of those popcorn balls.
There's the door, Mr. Benny. You want me to answer it?
Look, Rochester, I'm up here on the ladder. My arms are full of ornaments, so what do you think?
Well, how long before you'll be down?
Answer the door!
Yes, sir.
Say, Mary, this tree is beginning to look pretty good now, isn't it? Huh?
That tree wouldn't look good if Earl Carroll hung chorus girls on it.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, well, happy Yuletide, gentlemen. Entree.
Oh, Jack, they're the boys from Phil's orchestra.
Gosh, what they did to my house last time they were here. Come in, fellas! Merry Christmas, everybody. Rochester, take the boys in the other room and give them some refreshments.
You mean that punch you fixed up this afternoon?
Yeah, help yourself, boys.
Take it easy, man. It ain't nothing to get excited about.
That Rochester doesn't think punch is any good unless you have to crawl away from the bowl. Now, let's see.
Say, Jack, who's all coming over tonight anyway?
Well, there's our whole gang. Then I invited some very important people. See, Robert Taylor and Barbara Stanwyck, Clark Gable and Carol Lombard, Ronald Coleman and Ginger Rogers. Oh, a whole flock of them.
Well, gee, I ought to run home and put on a dress with a lower back.
Lower back? It's down to San Diego now. And, oh, Mary, you want to hear something terrific? I asked Barbara Whitney to come here as my guest.
Barbara Whitney?
Yeah, you remember the girl I took away from Phil Harris?
The girl you took away from Phil?
What are you laughing at?
That's like taking a hair away from John L. Lewis's eyebrows.
Just the same, Phil will burn up when he sees her here.
Is she coming alone?
No, I asked Don Wilson to stop by and pick her up. Now, Mary, hand me some more of that tinsel. I want to get this tree finished. Well, I guess they're starting to arrive now, huh?
Hey, Mr. Benny, are you still up on that ladder?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then I'll answer.
Well, that's mighty sweet of you. See, now I think I'll put something on this branch here.
Oh, Jack, why don't you stop fussing with that tree and come down?
No, Mary, Miss Whitney will be here, and I want it to look beautiful.
Hello, Rochester.
Hello, Mr. Baker. Merry Christmas, seasons, felicitations, and wipe your feet.
Hiya, Kenny.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Come on in, Kenny. Hang up your hat and coat and make yourself at home.
Okay, Jack. Am I the first one here?
No, the orchestra boys are in the other room. Hey, Kenny, don't hang your coat on the Christmas tree.
Would need something.
Well, it's not that bare.
Oh, say, Jack, here's a little present for you. It's nothing much, but I hope you like it.
Oh, thanks, Kenny.
Here, catch it.
Gee, I wonder what it is.
I'll bet it's a baked apple.
Bet it isn't. Say, it's a pretty package. Oh, Kenny, these are beautiful.
They're the very latest thing, Jack. Musical handkerchiefs.
Musical handkerchiefs, huh?
Yeah, every time you blow your nose, chimes ring.
Well, I'll be darned. I can hardly wait till I catch a cold.
Well, why don't you try one, Jack?
Okay, I will.
Now blow hard.
Oh, isn't that a novelty? I wonder how they ever made these.
They must have crossed a piece of linen with a hunk of xylophone.
Mary, you're positively brilliant.
Say, Jack, as long as the orchestra boys are here, I'd like to go in the next room and brush up on my song.
Oh, go ahead, Kenny. We'll want a little entertainment.
Okay, see you later.
Now, Mary, we've just got a few more things to put up. So hand me that big paper bell there.
Here you are, Jack.
Hey, Rochester, there's the door again.
I got my shoes off.
Well, put them on and answer it.
Okay.
You know, Mary, the way Rochester's been acting lately, I've got a good mind not to give him his Christmas present.
What'd you get him, Jack?
A brand new vacuum cleaner.
A vacuum cleaner?
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. He can play with it on his day off.
Well, at least it's something practical.
Here you are, boss. A couple of telegrams for you.
Telegrams. See where they're from, Mary.
Okay.
Christmas greetings, I suppose, huh?
Oh, Jack, this wire's from Robert Taylor.
Oh, Bob, huh?
Yes, he says, Dear Jack, terribly sorry that Miss Stanwyck and I are unable to come to your party tonight, as Miss Stanwyck's dog Grover is quite ill.
I don't believe it. That's just a thin excuse. What's the other wire, Mary?
Here it is. It says, Dear Jack, believe me, Mr. Taylor is telling the truth. I have a terrible headache, signed Rover.
Well, it doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to see through those wires. I'm glad they're not coming. That burns me up.
Hey, Jack, should I try my song now?
Yes, go ahead and try it. What do I care? Mary, hand me some more of that lousy tinsel. See, this side here could stand a few more ornaments. Mary, hold the ladder.
Okay.
And hold it tight. Remember what happened the last time I climbed a tree?
Yeah, you saw the Rose Bowl game.
I don't mean that time.
Wow, look at all those decorations. Hey, Mary, what's that round, shiny thing on top?
Jack's head.
It is not. It's a silver moon.
Hey, boss, another telegram for you.
Take it, Mary. I wonder if I should put a popcorn ball on top there instead of a star.
Oh, Jack, this telegram is from Ronald Coleman.
Oh, Ronnie, huh? What does he say?
He says, Dear Sir, regret exceedingly that I cannot attend your holiday gathering, and incidentally, how did you get my address?
How did I get his address? He lives right in back of me.
Well, there's another one off your list.
Yeah. Oh, darn it, that top bulb went out. Hold the ladder tight, Mary. There, I guess I can reach it.
Oh, Jack, here comes Don Wilson and Barbara Whitney up the front steps.
Oh, fine. Let him in, Mary.
Okay.
Gee, I hope Barbara liked the Christmas present I sent her.
Hello, Don. Merry Christmas.
Same to you, Mary.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Hello, Jack.
Oh, hello, Barbara. Mary? Christmas. Ooh, my leg.
Was that the door, Mr. Benny?
No, that was me. I fell off the ladder.
Oh, I won't answer it then.
Help me up, Don. Ooh, I sat on some ornaments. I hope somebody sent me a pair of tweezers.
Here, give me your hand, Jack. That's too bad.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, Jack. It's all my fault.
No, it isn't, Barbara. I'd have probably fallen off anyway. Gee, I'm glad to see you, Babs. Hey, did Don drive carefully on the way over?
Well, he drove pretty fast, but he had his arm around me so I wouldn't bounce out.
Oh, so that's it. Why, Don.
From Harris to Benny to Wilson.
Now, wait a minute, Mary. I'm not a bit jealous of Don. He's my friend, aren't you, Don?
Yes, Jack, and believe me, I acted like a perfect gentleman.
Did he, Barbara?
Well, he did whisper something in my ear that was kind of cute.
Oh, yeah? What was it, Don?
Well, Jack, I'll admit I did sort of lose my head for a minute.
All right. Come on, Don. What did you whisper in Barbara's ear?
Well, I got all excited and I said, roses are red, violets are blue. Jell-O is tempting, and so are you.
Why, Don Wilson, look at those big red blushes on your face. Say, Babs, did you get the Christmas present I sent you?
Thanks, Jack. They were lovely, but I never wear pink ones.
Oh, darn it, Barbara, keep still. God.
Oh, boy, Jack is sure some devil.
Stop laughing, Kenny. I bought Barbara a pair of pink gloves.
I bet they got lace on them.
They have nothing on the kind. Now, come on, everybody. Let's go in the other room and have some refreshments.
Let's go get something to eat, shall we?
Hey, boss.
What is it, Rochester?
There's somebody at the back door wants to see you.
Oh, yes, I know who it is. Excuse me a minute. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, hello, Andy.
Hiya, Buck.
Not so loud. Wait till I close the door. Now, look, Andy. You'll find the Santa Claus suit out there in the garage. And as soon as you're dressed, you climb up on the roof and come down the chimney.
Well, I better put a beard on so they won't recognize me.
Yeah, you better put one on your tonsils, too. Now, here's the bag with all the presents in it.
Okay, gee, this is going to be fun.
Quiet, Andy, quiet. They'll hear you.
Oh, say, Buck, here's a little Christmas present that Ma sent you. I hope you like it.
Well, that was very sweet of her. What is it, Andy?
Well, it's a combination salad fork and back scratcher.
Well, say, there's a comb on there, too.
Yeah, that's for your hair. Are you...
Wait a minute, Andy. Say, there's a comb on there, too.
That's for your hair as you're going by.
Oh, yeah. But it's too late now. Now, look, remember, Andy. Remember, when you're all dressed up, when you're all dressed up, get up on the roof, see? And here's your cue. When you hear me say, Santa Claus will be here in a minute, you come down the chimney.
Okay, see you later, Buck. I feel like a darn fool.
Quiet, Andy. Jingle bells, jingle all the way, dum dum dum. Well, here I am again, gang. Hey, I'm sorry, Barbara. I had a little business to attend to.
Oh, that's quite all right.
Say, Jack, another telegram just came for you. It's from Clark Gable and Carol Lombard.
Oh, what does it say?
It says that we would love to be with you tonight, but we were invited somewhere else in the nick of time.
Well, of all that's the last time I'll ever invite them. I hope Ginger Rogers doesn't wire me that she can't come.
She couldn't wait. She telephoned.
Oh, that's fine. The next time I'll give a party, I'll get a crowd if I have to change my name to Elsa Maxwell. This is awful.
Yeah, what are we going to do with all this food in the kitchen?
I don't know, Rochester.
Doggone, I'll be eating so much cranberry sauce I'll be red in the face.
That's a neat trick if you can do it. Red in the face.
Say, Jack, isn't Phil Harris coming over tonight?
Phil? Of course he is, and wait till he sees Barbara Whitney here.
Why, Jack, didn't you tell Phil I had a date with you tonight?
No, let the wise guy find out for himself. Hey, boys, how about playing a number, fellas, and we'll dance till dinner is ready. Huh? And leave the punch bowl on the table. You can go back. Come on, Babs, let you and I dance.
I'm sorry, Jack. I promised the first one to Don.
Oh, I see. Well, Mary, looks like I'm stuck with you. Huh?
Oh, no, you're not. I'm stuck with Kenny.
Well, play, boys. Hey, Rochester.
I don't want to dance.
I don't want you to dance. I want you to put down that newspaper and get out of that easy chair. Hit it, boys. Who does Clark Gable think he is, anyway?
Oh, thanks, Barbara. I enjoyed that dance very much.
So did I, Don.
Say, Mary, I'm some dancer, ain't I?
Kenny, you're marvelous, and believe me, I'm kidding.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, Jack, what are you doing up on that ladder again?
I want to put these ornaments back on top of the tree. Now, Mary, hold the ladder steady this time, will you? There's the door, Rochester.
Doggone, every time that bell rings you up on the ladder.
Listen, Rochester, you'd be trimming this tree yourself if you weren't colorblind. Mary, hand me up those scissors.
Well, well, Merry Christmas, Mr. Harris.
Hiya, Rochester.
Say, Jack, it's Phil Harris.
Oh, boy, wait till he sees Barbara here. Merry Christmas, Phil.
Same to you, Jackson. Say, Jack, I brought a friend along. Do you mind?
No, who is it?
Joan Bennett.
Joan Bennett? Oh, hello, Joan.
Hello, Jack.
Ooh, my elbow.
Well, Jack, what are you doing in that ridiculous position?
Who, me?
It's an encore, but you don't know it.
Help me up, Mary. Well, Joan, I'm awfully glad you dropped in. Gee, it was nice of Phil to bring you.
Oh, he and I are old friends, aren't we, Phil?
You said it, baby.
Baby. You know, Joan, every girl he takes out, he calls baby.
Well, he can't remember all their names.
Half of them you can't even pronounce. Oh, Joan, you know everybody here, don't you?
Nearly everybody. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Joan. Gee, that's a pretty dress you've got on.
Thanks. You really like it?
No, but it's Christmas.
Mary. Oh, Joan, I don't think you've met Miss Whitney. This is Barbara Whitney, my latest.
Well, how do you do, Miss Bennett? How do you do? She's a little young for you, isn't she, Jack?
Well, that's me. Get 'em young, treat 'em rough,
and buy 'em nothing.
You know, Joan, Phil is so witty at times.
Hey, Miss Bennett. Miss Bennett.
Yes, Kenny?
Here I am under the mistletoe.
I'll be over in about 5 years.
Very good, Joan.
5 years. Gosh, I'll be out of the mood by then.
Look what's in a mood. Well, boys and girls, I hope you're all hungry. We're going to have a swell turkey.
Don't tell me you went for a turkey.
Yes, I did, Phil. We're going to have a marvelous dinner. Everything from soup to nuts.
How much is it a plate?
I'll just ignore that. Oh, Rochester, how's the turkey coming along? We're getting hungry.
Well, it'll take time, boss. That's a pretty tough bird.
Tough bird? He's been in the oven over 3 hours.
I know, but every time I light the gas, he blows it out.
Well, I'll be darned. Now, you go out in the kitchen and rush that turkey along.
Okay. Man, that's the foulest fowl I ever saw.
I'm sorry, Joan, but you know Rochester exaggerates so. The dinner is really lovely.
Well, to tell the truth, Jack, I'm not hungry.
Oh.
Well, there's an unusual blonde.
Quiet, Mary. Well, folks, let's have some of these hors d'oeuvres here till dinner is ready.
Oh, Jack, Rochester made a mistake.
Well, what's the matter?
There's only 7 of us here, and he brought in 8 olives.
Well, Joan can have 2. Gee, it's good to see you again, Joan. Gosh, I haven't seen you since we finished making Artisan Models Abroad. We sure had a lot of fun in that picture, didn't we?
Yes, we did, Jack. It's playing around now. Have you seen it?
Joan, you promise you won't tell anybody?
I promise.
I saw it 12 times.
12 times?
Yeah.
You know your part yet?
A little trouble, didn't I? But say, Joan, no kidding. Gee, when I looked up at the screen and I saw you in my arms, gee, it seemed just like a dream.
You mean that scene where we were sitting on the park bench in the moonlight eating popcorn?
Yeah. Gee, wasn't it marvelous?
Well, I didn't think there was enough butter on it.
I'm talking about us.
Oh.
You know, Joan, the two of us worked so smoothly together. How'd you like to make another picture with me sometime?
Well, Jack, I don't know. I couldn't really say right now.
Send him a telegram. Everybody else does.
Mary. Oh, say, Joan, I almost forgot. Come on out here in the hall a minute. I got a surprise for you.
What is it?
Oh, come on. Come on with me. You'll find out. Excuse us a minute, will you, fellas?
Hey, Jack, what's the idea?
Never mind. Come on, Joan.
Oh, all right. Don't pull me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, here we are.
Where?
Right under the mistletoe. You know what that means, don't you?
No, what does it mean?
Well, it means this. Yippee! Wow!
Hooray.
Wasn't that swell, huh? Now, let's go back, and Joan, act nonchalant, huh?
All right. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Dum, 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 da, dum, dum, dum. That's the idea.
Hey, Jack, what are we going to eat?
All right, pretty soon, fellas, pretty soon. Now, look, everybody. Before we go into dinner, I want you all to sit around the fireplace and get your presents. Santa Claus is coming down the chimney.
Santa Claus?
Yeah. Now, sit around the fireplace, everybody. All right, now, put out the lights, Mary.
Okay, Jack.
Because Santa Claus will be down here in a minute. Because Santa Claus will be down here in a minute. Because Santa Claus...
Oh, stop that clowning, Jack.
I'm not clowning. Santa Claus, are you deaf?
Deaf nothing, I'm stuck in the chimney.
Oh, my goodness, what'll we do now?
Let's eat.
That's it. Come on, fellas. See you later, Andy. Good night, folks, and Merry Christmas.
The Jell-O program, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you our worn-out master of ceremonies. Between his broadcast at NBC, his picture at Paramount, and his Christmas shopping at the 5 and 10, he's the busiest little man in Hollywood, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Jell-O again, this is Tilly the Toiler talking. And, Don, you're right. I don't ever remember being as rushed as I've been this past week. I'm a wreck.
I can appreciate that, Jack.
You know, when I got home last night, I was so exhausted I didn't have the energy to go upstairs. I slept all night on the billiard table.
My goodness, you must have been tired.
I was, Don. I rolled and tossed and tossed and rolled till almost daylight.
Restless, huh?
No, I forgot to take the balls off the table. I didn't mind that so much, but I dreamt I was an ostrich, and I woke up this morning with my head in the side pocket. What a night.
Well, if you're tired, Jack, it's your own fault. Radio keeps you busy enough. What are you making a picture for?
That's what I can't figure out, Don. I can't understand Paramount putting me in another picture so soon. I'm not tired of my last one yet. But I guess they know best, huh?
Well, Jack, tell me something about your new picture. Is it a light, sophisticated comedy like Man About Town?
Oh, no, Don. This is a Western, a real rip-snorting melodrama full of actions and thrills.
Well, that's a surprise. How did they happen to cast you in that type of story?
Well, you see, Gary Cooper isn't at Paramount anymore, and they seem to think that I'm the one to take his place.
What was that, Jack?
I said Paramount seems to think I'm the only one at the studio that can take Gary Cooper's place.
Well, so long, Don. See you later.
Mary, come back here. There's nothing ridiculous about my playing parts like Gary Cooper.
What are you talking about? In the first place, Gary Cooper's better looking than you are.
Well, a little makeup will take care of my looks.
And he's younger than you are.
Mary, makeup will help me there, too.
And he's a great actor. Put some mascara on that.
Listen, my critical friend, I can play those strong Western types, too. I can talk through my teeth just like Gary Cooper.
What do you mean, your teeth?
Mary, possession is 9 points of the law. Anyway, wait till you see the picture, young lady. You'll change your mind.
Say, Jack, is Phil Harris in this one, too?
Yes, Don, he's in it, but I can't understand why. He must have something on the director. I wish I knew what it was. I'd like to get some more lines. Oh, well, I'll just snoop around.
Well, how is Phil in it? Has he got a pretty big part?
You'd think so to see him strut around on the set. He's such a ham, Don, yet he tries to be so democratic.
What do you mean?
He's got a sign on the back of his chair that says, Phil Harris, never too busy to say hello. Isn't that corny?
Well, Jack, I guess that's just his way of being a good fellow.
I know, Don, but it's so hammy, all those words on there. Now, all I got on the back of my chair is just Jack Benny, and right under it, a simple little star. Why overdo it? Well, anyway, besides Phil, there's Ellen Drew, Andy Devine, and oh, yes, Rochester's in the picture. I forgot.
You'll remember when it comes out.
Listen, Mary, I'm the hero. That's good enough for me. Oh, hello, Phil.
Hiya, Gary.
Gary?
And I do mean Indiana. Pretty sharp, huh?
Oh, that was a honey. How long did it take you to think that one up, Phil?
No time at all. It just came to me like a flash.
Well, someday you're going to get fired like that. And incidentally, Phil, I wish you'd stop telling everybody at Paramount that you're playing the part of my son. It's not true. Besides, it takes away from the romance.
Some romance. I read the script, and in the end, Jack marries a cow.
That's cowgirl. If you'd have turned the page, you'd have seen the word girl. Anyway, this is radio, so let's forget about pictures. We can talk about something else.
Hey, Jackson, as long as we're changing the subject, how about paying off that bet you welched on?
What bet?
That bet we made on the USC-UCLA game. Come on, pay off.
Phil, I'd pay off if I owed you anything, but that game was a tie.
Sure it was a tie, but you took USC and gave me 7 points.
I don't care if I gave you 50 points. The score was 0-0. That means I get nothing and you get nothing. Now get your band together and play a number.
I don't want to interfere, Jack, but if you gave Phil 7 points, he won that bet and you ought to pay him.
Certainly he ought to pay him.
Of course.
Oh. All right, Phil, all right. Here's a quarter. Now leave me alone. What a guy.
Thanks, Jackson. Here's your change.
Thanks. Now go ahead and play, you sorehead. Next time I gamble with you, I'm going to have it in writing. That was Make with the Kisses, played by a miser and his orchestra. Miser, Phil, meaning a man who thinks more of 15 cents than he does of my friendship. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
All right, if that's the way you feel about it, Jackson, here's your money back.
It's not the money, Phil. I just don't think I lost that bet.
You don't think you lost on Hoover.
Mary, I conceded that months ago. We're talking about the football game.
The trouble with you is you don't know anything about gambling. You're just a poor sport.
I'm a poor sport. That's a hot one. For your information, Phil, I had an uncle who was one of the most famous gamblers in Waukegan. Why, he'd bet $1,000 on the turn of a card.
I bet he was an uncle by marriage.
No, his name was Benny. Shoot the works, Benny. So keep that 15 cents, Mr. Small Fry. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
Oh, Jack, don't forget about, you know.
I'm coming to that, Don. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Christmas being just a week off, Mr. Don Wilson, that eminent American author, has written another of his famous one-act plays. Take it, Don.
This time, ladies and gentlemen, it's the night before Christmas. The scene is the home of Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus at the North Pole. Mr. Jack Benny will be Santa Claus.
Never mind, Mary. With a beard, no one will know the difference. Go ahead, Don.
The North Pole. Curtain. Music.
Bum 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 ba-dim bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-bum.
Oh, Santa, Santa.
What do you want,
You better get started pretty soon. The reindeers are all hitched and everything.
Well, I got a few more letters here, and I got to see what the kiddies want before I put my bag in the sleigh.
I'll help you. Here's a letter from Encino, California. It's from a kid named Philip Harris.
Tear it up.
But Santa, he says he's been a good little boy.
Good little boy. Well, last Christmas I got to his house around 5 a.m., and he was just getting home. Not only that, he threw snowballs at me.
There's no snow in Encino.
He didn't know it. Well, what does little Philip want from Santa Claus?
14 points in Tennessee.
Oh, well, he'll never get it.
Oh, Santa, here's a letter from Rochester Van Jones, Jr. in Central Avenue, California.
Rochester Van Jones. What does he want?
He says, Dear Santa, please send me a sled, a pair of roller skates, and a bottle of gin.
Well.
P.S. If you haven't got the sled and the roller skates, no hard feelings.
I'll see what I can do. Any more kiddies to be heard from?
Yes, here's one from Jackie Benny, Beverly Hills, California.
Well, little Jackie Benny. He's a cute kid. What's the little rascal got to say?
He says, Dear Santa Claus, have been a good boy all year. So when I give a party Christmas Eve, will you please send Clark Gable and Carol Lombard, Robert Taylor, and Barbara Salmon?
Let's see that letter. There's nothing of the kind. Well, goodbye, darling. It's getting late, and I must be going.
Can I go with you?
That's fine. I got one night out a year. My wife wants to go along. Nothing doing. Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye. Oh, Santa, just one more thing.
What is it?
When you get to Ann Sheridan's house, just fill her stocking and get.
Oh, don't be so jealous. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So long, honey. I'll be home in the morning.
Okay, bring some cinnamon rolls.
I will. Goodbye. Get up, you reindeer. Come on, Donner. Giddy up, Lipton. Buck Santa rides again. John, that was marvelous. That's one of the best plays you've ever written.
I thought you'd like it, Jack.
Oh, hello, Dennis. I didn't hear you come in.
Well, I didn't trip over anything today.
Oh. Well, Dennis, I don't want to rush you, but Don's play reminded me I still have a lot of Christmas shopping to do, so go ahead with your number and I'll run along.
Can I go with you, Jack? I've got some stuff to buy, too.
Sure, come on, Mary. Oh, Don, you and Phil take care of the rest of the program, will you?
Sure, Jack. We'll carry on.
Here's a Lulu, folks. A tramp went up to a farmhouse, knocked on the door, and said, "Can I have a piece of cake, lady? It's my birthday."
Phil, wait till I get out. With those 1912 wows. Go ahead and sing, Dennis. I'll see you next week.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Mr. Benny, could I speak to you a minute?
Of course, Dennis. What is it?
Well, it's a little personal. I'd like to talk to you in private.
Well, you can tell me right here. What's on your mind?
Well, Mr. Benny, my mother...
Yes?
Gee, I don't know how to say it.
Go on, Dennis. Don't be bashful.
Well, my mother told me to ask you, when are you going to start paying me for singing here?
Oh, well, that's strange. I take care of you every week, don't I, Dennis?
Yes. But, gee, we got enough Jell-O now for 25 years.
Well, look, Dennis, you go back in and sing your song. I'll think it over.
I wish you would. Our house is so full of boxes we can't walk around.
Well, just leave it to me and everything will be all right. Come on, Mary. Burns me up. I never got paid till I was 28 years old.
And now, folks, Dennis Day, our young tenor, will sing a beautiful number called Tomorrow Night. Sing, Dennis.
Gee, the store is crowded. Everybody doing their Christmas shopping the last minute. Stick close to me, Mary. Here, I'll take your arm.
Let go of me, you masher.
Oh, pardon me, miss. It's so crowded here, I thought you were someone else.
That's what they all say.
Mary, where are you?
Here I am, right behind you. Who's your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend. I don't even know her.
Well, it ain't your fault, Gary.
I said I was sorry, miss. Now stay close to me, Mary. Have you got my Christmas list?
Yes, here it is.
What does it say?
Dear Jackie boy, I waited for you in the Owl Drugstore last night.
The list is on the other side. Read it.
Wait a minute, who's Gladys?
Never mind. Give me that list.
Let's see, I got to get some perfume for my sister and a watch for Don Wilson and a mink coat for Gladys.
Which will turn out to be perfume.
Don't be so sure. Now, let's see, I got to take care of Phil, and I got to get something nice for Dennis.
I know what Dennis is giving you, Jack.
What?
A pair of socks.
Pair of socks? What a little tightwad. Bet that kid's got the first box of Jell-O he ever earned. Well, I'll get Don's present first. I wonder where the watch department is.
Let's ask the floor walker.
Yeah, there's one over there. This must be him. Now, pardon me, are you the floor walker?
Yes, I'm the floor walker. What do I look like, a telephone booth?
Well, how do I know you haven't got a carnation on?
It's in my pocket. I detest them.
Now, listen,
Just
buddy.
tell him what you want, Jack.
Now, listen, buddy, if it won't tax your mentality too much, will you please direct me to the watch department?
No, I won't.
Well, if you don't tell me where it is, I won't buy a watch.
What do I care? It's not for me.
It's the last time I'll ever come to this store.
Oh, Jack, there's the watch counter right over there.
You stool pigeon.
What a guy. I don't know how he holds his job here. Come on, Mary, give me your arm.
Hey, you, let go of me.
Oh, it's you again.
Will you stop following me around?
Well, I thought...
It's no use. I'm engaged.
Well, I pity the fella. Come on, Mary. She thinks I'm trying to make a date with her.
Your approach is awful.
Well, Gladys doesn't think so. Here's the watch counter.
How do you do, sir? Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to look at a watch, please.
Bulliver, pullover, or schmulliver?
Just a watch. Just a watch, a man's wristwatch.
Well, let's see. Now, here's our new Venus de Milo model. No hands on it.
No hands on it. Well, how do you tell time?
Nearly everybody asks me that, but they sell like hotcakes.
Well, it's cute, all right, but I like something a little more practical.
Oh, Jack, I'm going over and do my own shopping. See you later.
Okay.
Now, here's a very smart clock, and it's only $25.
A clock? Well, I really wanted a watch.
But this is a real bargain. Yesterday, the same clock sold for $1,250.
My goodness, how could you afford to cut it from $1,250 to $25?
We took the Buick off.
Oh, it wasn't a car. Well, I just like a wristwatch, please. Oh, here's something cute. How much is this one?
$10.
Well, that's just what I want. I'll take it. Here's your money.
Thank you.
Say, this is a beauty, all right.
It certainly is. And you know it has that new unbreakable crystal. Here, try it out.
No, I'll take your word for it.
Go ahead. Take this little hammer and hit it.
Oh, all right.
Shall I wrap it up now?
Wrap it up? You mean sweep it up. And give me back my $10.
I'm sorry. You'll have to see the floor walker about that.
What?
Oh, Mr. Chambers.
What is it, Miss Kelsey?
This man broke a watch with a hammer. He broke this watch with a hammer, and now he wants his money back.
Well, certainly I broke the watch, but she told me to.
She told you to?
Yes.
Well, haven't you got a mind of your own?
Well, certainly I have a mind of my own, but this young lady told me it was unbreakable.
Young? Why, she's 42 if she's a day.
We're not arguing about that. I want my $10 back.
Give it to him, Miss Kelsey, before he bites somebody.
Yes.
Here's your money. Boy, what a sore loser.
Well, certainly a fine store to do business with.
You walked in, Sugarfoot. Nobody dragged you.
Oh, quiet. Now, where the dickens is Mary?
Your daughter is over there at the hosiery counter.
She's not my daughter. More trouble buying a little watch. Now, what's Mary buying?
I like this shade. I'll take a half a dozen pair of those 2-thread hose. You're wrong, lady. This hose is 3-thread. Oh, no, it's 2-thread. I beg your pardon, but it's 3-thread. Listen, sister, don't argue with me. Not so long ago, I was standing right where you are.
That's telling her, Mary.
Oh, hello, Jack. You get a watch for Don?
Yes, but I broke it with a hammer. It's a long story. Let's go over to the perfume counter. Let's go over to the perfume counter.
Okay. Shall I wrap up these stockings, miss? Yes, I'll be back later. Oh, by the way, who's pitching for your softball team now?
Mary, you can talk shop later. Come on. Oh, Mary, here comes that girl who thought I was trying to flirt with her.
Yeah.
Watch me have some fun with her. Hello, sweetie pie. Out! Here, Mary, hold my coat.
Oh, Jack, you're in a store.
Lucky for her, believe me.
Here's the perfume counter.
I see it. Pardon me, sir. I'd like to buy some perfume.
Okay, mister, what kind of perfume would you like?
Well, I don't know. What's popular right now?
Well, now, here's something that's exotic, yet on a delicate side.
Oh.
It's called Lamaua Tujawa Lamaua.
Well, let me see that. It smells lovely.
It ain't bad to drink, either.
Well, I really don't care how it tastes. You see, I'm buying it for my sister.
Oh, is she on the wagon?
No, she just doesn't drink perfume. She's eccentric. Anyhow, it has an exquisite scent. How much is this?
2 clams a slug.
Oh, that's reasonable enough. Do you think I ought to take a bottle of this, Mary?
Certainly.
Mary. Well, wrap it up, and I'll drop in on my way out.
Okay, pal.
Oh, by the way, I don't want to seem impertinent, but how does a fellow like you happen to be selling perfume?
I'm the only mug in the joint that can speak French.
Oh. Well, see you later. Goodbye.
Au revoir, pal.
Quite a character. Let's see, what's next on the list, Mary?
You got to get something for Phil and Dennis.
Yeah, let's walk over to the necktie department.
Oh, Jack, look.
What?
There's Rochester buying some neckties.
Oh, yeah, and that floor walker's waiting on him. They sure are busy here.
I'll bet Rochester's getting a tie for you.
Let's sneak up behind him.
Well, I think this tie is beautiful. It's very unusual.
Yes, but I don't think my boss would like it. It ain't his style.
I see. What type of man is your boss?
Well, he's kind of tall, medium weight, and rather conservative.
You mean conservative in appearance?
It goes deeper than that.
Well, at least he's subtle.
Quiet, I want to hear this.
Now, here's a rich-looking tie. Maybe he'd like this one.
Yeah, that's a pretty thing. How much is it?
It's only $3.50.
How much?
$3.50.
Too bad he didn't like that one.
Oh, fine.
Well, if you don't want to spend quite so much, here's a lovely tie for 89 cents.
89 cents?
That's right.
Now the blue of your tie makes the gold of my purse.
Can you imagine that?
Of course, it may be a little too plain for your boss. Is he a young man?
No.
Is he middle-aged?
No.
Is he elderly?
Wrap it up.
Rochester Van Jones.
Oh, hello, boss. I didn't see you.
I know you didn't, and don't be buying me any 89-cent tie.
You keep out of this.
I will not. This fellow works for me. Now, look, Rochester, you've been with me 3 years now, and I've been very nice to you. I've always tried to make things pleasant for you and keep you happy.
Is that open for discussion?
No, it isn't. Now, I'm leaving you here at this necktie counter, and I want you to decide for yourself whether or not I'm worth more than an 89-cent tie. Come on, Mary, let's go.
Okay.
Mary, which tie do you think Rochester's going to buy me? The one for $3.50 or the 89-cent one?
Well, if you were Rochester, which one would you buy?
I'll fire that guy. Play, Phil. We're a little late, so good night, folks.
The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as is always his custom on Christmas Eve, Jack Benny is holding open house tonight for all the members of his cast. So without further ado, we whisk you to Jack's home in Beverly Hills. Take it away.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Work all night, work all day, never get no pay. Jingle jingle bells, jingle
Rochester.
bells.
If you got any complaints to make, don't sing them.
I tried everything else.
Never mind. Now, as soon as you get those packages wrapped, put them over here under the tree. The gang will be here pretty soon.
Okay, boss.
Now, wait a minute, Rochester. Why is this side of the tree so bare? What happened to all the ornaments?
Your ostrich had lunch.
Oh, she ate them, eh? I thought I told you to lock Trudy up in the garage with Carmichael.
I did, and boss, your Maxwell is now completely covered with fur and feathers.
Good. We'll enter it in the Rose Bowl parade. Where's Trudy now?
She's out in the kitchen laughing at the turkey.
She is, eh? Well, I hope she doesn't annoy Swing High.
She better not. Them Chinese can cook anything.
Well, as soon as you're through here, get Trudy out of the kitchen. Now, hurry up with those presents.
Okay. Say, boss,
What?
who's this leather belt for?
Oh, that belt is for Don Wilson.
My, long ain't it?
Well, Mr. Wilson isn't exactly shaped like an hourglass. And wrap it up nice for him. And look, Rochester, I wish you'd... What's that?
Here comes Trudy now.
Trudy! Trudy, come back here! Well, there goes my new Ming vase. Rochester, go out and catch that ostrich.
Boss, if I could run that fast, I'd be playing with UCLA.
Well, I'm not going to have Trudy running through the house. As soon as you get those packages finished,
Hello, Jack. Merry Christmas.
Oh, hello, Mary.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Miss Livingston.
Same to you, Rochester.
Mary, put your packages under the tree.
Okay. Say, Jack, who are you giving this oil painting to?
Beautiful, isn't it? I got that for Phil Harris.
An oil painting for Phil Harris? Are you crazy?
No, I'm not crazy. He's got a lovely apartment.
Sure, but he hasn't got a picture on the wall he didn't tear out of Esquire.
That's why I got Phil this painting. I'm trying to educate him. Look, Mary, it's a genuine Botticelli.
He won't like it unless there's a joke under it.
He'll appreciate it, all right. Say, Mary, when you came in, did you notice the way Rochester decorated the front of the house with holly and lights and everything? Isn't it something?
Yeah. But gee whiz, Jack, you ought to take down that sign.
What sign?
The one that says, Merry Christmas, ostrich plumes, 15 cents.
Well, for heaven's sake, Rochester, did you put that sign up, ostrich plumes, 15 cents?
You told me to.
I did not. I merely said that's the price if anybody asks. I didn't tell you to advertise.
Shall I take the sign down, boss?
No, the damage is done now. Leave it up. But I want to see the books at the end of the week. Remember that.
Why, Jack, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. The idea of selling ostrich plumes.
Well, I have to do something to get even. Trudy eats everything in sight. She got in my bedroom the other day and ate my cufflinks, a box of cigars, and 2 hairbrushes.
The brushes you don't have to worry about.
I do, too. Those brushes were a present from Greta Garbo when I was working at MGM.
Oh, I remember. They were sent to your dressing room by mistake.
I don't care how I got them. I got them. It's the thought that counts. Anyway, that ostrich better stop eating things in my bedroom. It's costing me a fortune. What's so funny?
If she ever eats that green stuff out of your mattress, you'll be bankrupt.
Rochester, to hear you talk, you'd think I kept my entire life savings in my mattress.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't.
Then why do you stand there with a gun when I make the bed?
That's the only way I can get you to work, and you know it. Anyway, Mary, all Trudy needs is a little training. Well, there's somebody already. Come in.
Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Same to you, Dennis.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Day.
Put your packages under the tree, Dennis. We'll open them later.
Oh, Mother, isn't that a beautiful Christmas tree?
Yes, Dennis, it's lovely.
Thanks.
Gee, look at those popcorn balls hanging there. Can I have one, Mr. Benny?
Of course, Dennis. Help yourself.
Just put a dime under the tree.
That won't be necessary. This is Christmas. Well, Mrs. Day, I'm so glad you were able to come tonight. We've missed you on the program the last few weeks. Where have you been?
Oh, I've been very busy shopping and preparing for the holidays. You know how it is.
Yes, yes.
Jack told me you were wrestling in San Diego.
I said nothing of the kind. Don't try to start an argument between Mrs. Day and myself. We're very good friends now, aren't we, Lucretia?
Well, I'm standing under the mistletoe, if that's what you mean.
Not now, Lou. Later, when we play games.
Say, boss,
What is it, Rochester?
The man just came with the ice cream. It's $4.75.
Oh.
Have you got the cash with you, or shall I go upstairs and make the bid?
Never mind. Here's $5. Let him keep the change.
The whole quarter?
Yes.
Boss, while you're in this mood, I'd like to have a little talk with you.
Never mind. Give the man the money. Now, Mrs. Day, you'll have to excuse me. I still got to wrap up a few more packages. Do you mind?
Not at all. I'll be glad to help you.
Well, thank you. And, Dennis, while we're working, how about singing something for us to brighten things up? You know any Christmas carols?
Oh, sure. Lots of them.
Good. Let's hear one. Just a second. There's someone at the door. Come in. Well, hello, Don. Merry Christmas.
Same to you, Jack. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you all.
Oh, Don, are all those packages for us?
Yes, sir. All 6 of them.
Well, put them under the tree. We'll open them later. Look, Mary, you can see the big red letters right through the paper. Here, Rochester, hang up Mr. Wilson's hat.
Yes, sir. Happy Yuletide, Mr. Wilson.
Well, the same to you, Rochester, and here's a little gift for you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Wilson. Thank you. Looks like a bottle.
Yes, Rochester, it is. It's hair tonic.
Oh. Well, a little White Rock will fix that up.
Put it under the tree. You can have it later. Now, go ahead, Dennis. Let's hear your song.
Okay, Mr. Benny.
Mrs. Day, will you tie a nice bow on this package here? It's for the... Oh, darn it.
Gangway, everybody. Here comes the 550.
Trudy! Trudy, come back here. There goes a goldfish bowl. Come on, Rochester. Let's get her.
My, what a household. Sing your song, Dennis. Dennis, those carols were lovely. You sang beautifully.
Thank you, Mrs. Day.
I'm your mother.
Oh.
Well, that's that.
Did you catch Trudy?
Yes, and Rochester's putting her in the basement. She won't bother us again. Say, I wish Phil and Andy'd get here. I'm getting hungry.
Me too. What are we going to have, Jack?
We're going to have turkey hash, Don. Delicious turkey hash.
Uh-oh.
What are you owing about?
They didn't move Thanksgiving back far enough.
Mary, this is not the same turkey.
Well, I think we're very lucky. I'd rather have turkey hash than roast ostrich any day.
Don, you're just being silly. In the first place, I haven't got a roaster big enough for an ostrich, and in the second place, they aren't good to eat. The meat is much too sinewy and fibrous to chew.
Oh, you looked it up, eh?
I didn't look it up. I just happen to know that.
Oh, Mr. Benny, did you invite any movie stars here tonight?
No, Mrs. Day. We're just having our own little gang. And listen, everybody, I got a big surprise for you. I wasn't going to tell you until they got here, but my sister Florence and her husband are driving in from Waukegan, and they're due here today.
Oh, your sister's coming. Well, this is a surprise.
And her husband, too, eh?
Yes, you remember him, Mary. You met him in Waukegan.
Oh, yeah. Is he the pool shark?
No, that's my cousin Boo Boo. Boo Boo Benny. The fellow that's coming here is my brother-in-law, Leonard Fenchel. He's an interior decorator.
An interior decorator, huh?
Yeah.
He's a paper hanger, and you know it.
Mary, he sells wallpaper on the side. He's got 1 million patterns.
Are they going to stay here at the house with you, Jack?
Oh, sure. You don't think they'd stay anywhere else, as my sister said in her letter. Anyway, they ought to be here any minute.
Doggone that bird, I'll teach her to nip me.
Rochester, I just want you to put her in the basement. What did you do to Trudy?
I ain't saying, but she's going to eat her dinner tonight, loop-de-loop.
Rochester, did you tie a knot in her neck again? Did you?
Well,
Rochester, did you tie a knot in Trudy's neck?
Just plain, no bow.
Well, don't you ever do that again. Now go downstairs and untie her before she chokes. Now hurry.
Okay, boss. I wish I knew a detour.
Rochester, I don't know what's the matter with that guy. Every time I get a pet, he has to... Come in, come in.
Hiya, Jackson. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hello, Phil. Well, Phil, I'm glad you brought all your boys with you. Come on in, men. Hey, put all your presents under the tree, fellas.
Oh, Jack, the orchestra boys are here, and you forgot to buy presents for them.
I did not. I got them a lovely gift. It's a very practical and something they can all use.
I'll bet it's a roller towel.
Well, it won't hurt 'em any. Now, hang your hats out in the hall, men, and say, Phil, how do you like the Christmas tree? Nice decorations, eh?
Oh, boy, look at those popcorn balls.
I knew you'd say it that way. Now, Phil, we're not going to open our presents until after dinner, but the one I got for you is so beautiful, I want everybody to see it. Go and get it, Mary.
Okay.
Wait till you see it, Phil. You'll love it. It's for your apartment.
Last year, you gave me some cocktail glasses, and you didn't even wash the cheese out.
Well, I was rushed.
Here you are, Phil.
Yep, there you are, Phil, a beautiful oil painting. And it's for you.
Keep it.
You're welcome. Now, wait a minute. Phil, you don't realize that this is a masterpiece, a work of art.
Maybe you should have taken the calendar off.
There's no calendar on it. Look, Phil, this painting is The Birth of Venus by Botticelli.
I don't care if it's Whistler's wife. I don't want it.
That's Whistler's mother. And there's a guy that don't appreciate the real thing.
But, Jack, if this painting were an original Botticelli, it would cost you at least $100,000.
What do I care? It's Christmas. It only comes once a year. What if I do spend a little money?
Say, Jack.
What?
If you stay up there 8 hours, you can get a pilot's license.
Well, all right, if that's the way you all feel about it, I'll keep it myself. Go out of my way to get an unusual present. Come in.
Say, does Jack Benny live here?
Hello, Jack.
Florence Leonard. Well, I thought you'd never get here. Florence, darling, how are you? Gee whiz.
Oh, you're looking grand, Jack.
You do, too, and so does Leonard.
Yeah, I'm fine. You're putting on a little weight, ain't you, Droopy?
Oh, a little here and there.
Well, you're eating more regular now.
Oh, fellas, this is my sister Florence and her husband Leonard.
How do you do? Oh, you look beautiful.
Well, Florence, how's Dad and Cousin Boo Boo and everybody?
Oh, they're fine. Everybody's swell.
That's good. Hey, Leonard, how do you like my new house? Pretty classy, eh?
The wallpaper stinks.
Oh, it does, eh?
Say, Florence, this is your first trip out to Hollywood, isn't it?
Yes, and I'm so happy for Leonard. He's just dying to meet all the movie stars.
So is Jack. They ought to get together.
Listen, Mary, I know plenty of big stars, and I'll introduce them to Leonard and Florence.
Do you know Ann Sheridan? Woo!
Oh, brother.
Leonard, will you behave yourself?
Oh, let him alone, Florence. He's having a good time.
That's right, Droopy.
Stop calling me Droopy. That was years ago. Well, folks, as soon as Andy gets here, we'll eat. You want to wash up a bit first, Leonard?
Yeah, where's the sink?
Oh, fine.
Leonard, you can clean up in my room, and I'll take you there in a minute. Gee, Florence, it's nice seeing you again. I'm glad you were able to come out.
Oh, I am too, Jack. Gee, it's been ages.
Now, tomorrow I'm going to take you over to Paramount Studio, and you can watch me do a scene in my new picture.
Is Ann Sheridan in it? Woo-woo!
No, Leonard. Woo-woo! You're as bad as Cousin Boo Boo. Gee, I wish Andy'd get here. I'm hungry.
Me too. Why don't we eat now, Jack?
All right, let's do that. When Andy comes, he can join us. Come on, fellas. Let's all go in the dining room. Hey, Leonard. Leonard, what are you doing back there?
Look at this wallpaper. It don't hang right.
Leave it alone. It's all right.
No, it's too loose. Look.
Leonard, please. You're here on a vacation. I'll have to have that wall redone. Well, come on, fellas. Let's eat. See who that is, Rochester.
That must be Mr. Devine. Come in.
Come in. Trudy! Trudy, stay out of the dining room!
Doggone that African canary!
Trudy! Well, there goes my china closet. Rochester, lock her up in the garage with Carmichael.
Okay, boss.
Come on, folks, let's see. Here, Florence, have some more of this hash. It's delicious.
Oh, no, thanks. I don't believe I can finish this.
Put some ketchup on it. That'd help mine.
Now, this is darn good food, Mary.
Leonard, I wish you'd please use your fork.
I've been using a knife for years and never cut myself yet. Hey, Mrs. Day?
Stop nudging me.
Hey, Phil, you're not eating. What's the matter? Aren't you hungry?
Yeah, but I can wait.
Oh. Well, I hope none of you eat too much. I want you to save room for the dessert, you know.
What are we having for dessert, Mr. Benny?
Tell him, Don.
Well, Dennis, what do you think we're having for dessert?
Jell-O.
I'll tell you what we're having, Dennis.
Don, he just guessed it.
For dessert tonight, Dennis, we're
Don.
having a shimmering dish of tempting, delicious strawberry Jell-O.
Don, it's
And
no
Jack
use.
got it
He
at his
guessed
neighborhood grocer by simply asking for genuine
Look,
Jell-O
he
and
just
looking for the
told
big
you.
red letters on the box.
Don, he knows.
So there you are, Dennis. What are we having for dessert?
I still think it's Jell-O.
You're right, Dennis, but you know how Don is. Well, folks, soon as you're through with dinner, we're all going to play games and have some fun.
So this is a Hollywood party, eh? Give me Waukegan anytime.
Leonard, will you please keep still?
This town is overrated.
Overrated? You've only been here 5 minutes.
And bragging about a swimming pool. I bet you haven't even got one.
Look out the window. What do you think that is in the backyard?
You call that a swimming pool? You ought to see Lake Michigan.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Oh, don't let Leonard upset you, Jack.
Florence, I told you about this guy 10 years ago, but you had to marry him. Oh, Rochester.
Yes, boss?
This is my sister and brother-in-law. They're going to stay with us a while. They'll be using the guest room.
The guest room?
Yes.
Where's our boy going to sleep?
Mr. Billingsley will have to sleep in the den. He's behind anyway. Now get the room ready.
Okay. Bears, ostriches, relatives. Doggone, if I didn't have this address on my stationery, I'd move.
And it's fancy stationery with a crest on it yet. Well, finish your dinner, everybody, and we'll play those games. Well, there's Andy at last. Come on in, Andy.
Hiya, Buck. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Andy. Glad to see you. Merry Christmas. Gee, I hope you don't mind, Andy. We started to eat without you.
Oh, that's all right, Buck. I ate.
Say, Andy, I want you to meet my sister and brother-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Fencho.
Well, howdy, folks.
How do you do, Mr. Devine?
Hello, Andy. How are you fixed for wallpaper?
Leonard! This is no time for business. Well, Andy, what do you got in that package?
A Christmas present my mom knitted for you.
Your ma? Well, that's sweet. What is it?
It's a combination sock, sweater, and ear lap.
Sock, sweater, and ear laps? Well, how do you get into them?
I don't know, Buck. When Ma knits, she's nuts.
Oh, I guess you're right.
She knitted Pa a snood for his beard.
Well, that'll keep it up out of the soup. Anyway. Now sit down, Andy. Have a cup of coffee anyway.
Yeah, come on, Andy. Come on.
Okay, thanks. Say, Buck, before I forget it, did you hear Fred Allen Wednesday night?
No, I didn't, Andy. What did he say?
Sure ribbed you about that picture you two are going to make together.
What picture? I'm making one right now.
I heard him too, Jack. He's talking about your next picture. Didn't you know about it?
Oh, that's a lot of baloney.
No, it isn't, Jack. All the papers carried the story. It said that you and Fred Allen are going to do a picture together, and Mark Sandrich is directing it.
Mark Sandrich? Why, he's directing the one I'm making now.
Yes, and he's going to direct your next one with Fred Allen.
Oh, no, he isn't. I wouldn't make a tintype with that guy. Imagine me making a picture with Allen.
I ain't worried.
You keep out of there. I'm not worried either.
I don't know, Jackson. Allen's a pretty funny guy.
Oh, you're a great judge of comedy, Harris. How do you make a Venetian blind poke him in the eye? I heard you tell that one the other night. Anyway, I'm not doing any picture with Fred Allen.
What are you going to do about it, Jack?
I'll show you what I'm going to do. Mary, get me Mr. Sandrich on the phone. It's Crestview 15335.
Okay.
I'll tell him a thing or two.
You better take it easy, Jackson. Paramount's liable to throw you right out.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he'll be back hanging paper with me again.
I only did that one summer when vaudeville was bad. I'm not worried.
Hello? Mr. Sandridge? Droopy wants to talk to you.
Don't be smart. Give me that phone. I'll show him who's making a picture with Allen. Hello, Mr. Sandwich. This is Jack Benny. Merry Christmas. Now, look. What's the story going around about my making a picture with Fred Allen? Well, I'm doing nothing of the kind. Now, look, Mr. Sandridge.
Good evening, Mr. Benny.
Oh, Mr. Billingsley, you'll sleep in the den until further notice.
Very well. Good night.
Good night. Now, look, Mr. Sandridge. Now, look, I'm not through with the picture I'm making now. And if you put Allen in my next one, I'm walking out. I said I'm liable to walk out. You know.
Some movie star.
Leonard. Now, for the last time, Mr. Sandridge, I'm not making a picture with that anemic baboon. But, Mr. Sandridge. Now, look, Mr. Sandridge. Now, look. 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 Look.
Slice, pick, click, Saturday Evening Post.
Mary, please. Now, look, Mr. Sandridge.
Ask him if he needs any wallpaper.
Do you need any wallpaper? Oh, shut up, Leonard. Not you, that's my brother-in-law. Now, Mr. Sandridge, my objection to making a picture with Alan is this. In the first place, now look, Mr.
Yes, I'm
Sandridge.
shooting, boss.
Trudy, well, get out of here. Now, in the first place, Mr. Sandridge.
And Carmichael's after.
Carmichael, separate him, Rochester. Now, in the first place, Mr. Sandridge. In the first place, Carmichael, leave Trudy alone. Trudy, come back here. Rochester, do something. Trudy, Carmichael. Look, Mr. Sandridge. My objection to making a picture with Fred Allen. Now, Mr. Sandridge.
Merry Christmas.
Last number of the 12th program in the current Jell-O series, and we will be with you again next Sunday night at the same time. So Merry Christmas to you all from the whole gang. Good night, everybody.